What does that look like? Recruit, develop, win.
Big swing! Could it be? Will it be? It is! Tigers win! Tigers win! 4-3!
LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball is on the air.
The pitch. Oh, strike three! Inside corner! Punched him out!
This is exclusive live coverage of Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Base hit into right. Coming in to score is Pearson, and the Tigers take a 10-9 lead. Hey now!
Brought to you by the 7 partners that represent Team LSU. Cox, the official communications provider of LSU Athletics. McDonald's, official sponsor of the LSU Tigers. Our Lady of the Lake, official healthcare provider of LSU Athletics. Albertsons, the official grocery partner of LSU Athletics. Hancock Whitney, the official bank of the LSU Tigers. People's Health, the official health plan of LSU Athletics. And by Coca-Cola, official beverage partner of the LSU Tigers. The powerhouse of college baseball plays here. This is LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network. Now for the Cajun Country Rice on Deck Show. Cajun Country Rice. Rice from Louisiana farms to your table. Live coverage of LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball starts now. From inside the booth with the call of the game, here is the voice of your Fighting Tigers, Chris Blair.
A little rain off and on today, but clearing as we head to nightfall, and we should have smooth sailing as Game 2 of this SEC series comes your way as the Alabama Crimson Tide come into battle, your number 1 ranked Fighting Tigers of LSU. Hello, everybody. This is Chris Blair along with Tiger champ Doug Thompson, our straw stirring the drink back in the Capital One studio. Miss Alondra Villarreal welcoming you once again to Skip Bertman Field inside Alec Box Stadium here on the campus of LSU in Baton Rouge for tonight's play-by-play story. Last night, the Tigers built a lead and appeared to be cruising along, taking an 8-2 lead into the top of the 9th inning. But as we've said before, there are never enough runs in SEC play. Alabama would get to LSU reliever Griffin Herring for 4 runs off 4 hits in a row to make it a 2-run game with 2 outs. And with the potential go-ahead run coming to the plate, Bryce Collins comes in, strikes out Alabama's leading home run hitter Colby Shelton to earn the save and give the Tigers the 8-6 win to move to 13-5 in SEC play. Tonight, Ty Floyd looks to continue his recent momentum on the mound, coming off his best start of the year this past Saturday in the win over Ole Miss. Alabama will counter with Garrett McMillan, a senior right-hander making his 4th start in SEC play, who will try and challenge the daunting lineup of the number 1 team in the land. So find your favorite chair, grab your favorite beverage. It's Saturday night at the Box. Game 2. It's Alabama, it's LSU, and it's coming up next on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Support your LSU Tigers with Hancock Whitney, the official bank of LSU Athletics. From game day to the offseason, Hancock Whitney LSU credit and debit cards are a big win for any Tiger fan. Want to get your paws on these cards? Well, apply online or visit HancockWhitney.com/LSU. Hancock Whitney Bank, member FDIC. All accounts subject to credit approval. Terms and conditions may apply. Our Albertsons is making shopping and saving easier than ever. Just For You deals is now Albertsons For You. It's everything you love about Just For You with all new perks. Get rewarded for just being you, including personalized deals, a free item every month, and even a treat on your birthday. With Albertsons For You, you earn points every time you shop and redeem them for discounts on groceries and more. Brand new Albertsons For You members receive $5 off their next $25 or more purchase just for signing up. Download the Albertsons app or simply update your existing mobile app to see your all-new, all-awesome perks. Albertsons. Fresh foods, local flavors. Together, we are partners, setting a new standard for health. Together, we prove that no matter how battle-tested we are, our spirit remains undefeated. Our Lady of the Lake and LSU are creating transformational change and impacting Louisiana with a new standard for healthcare, research, and education. Together, Our Lady of the Lake and LSU are champions for Louisiana. Together, we roar. Learn more at ololrmc.com/LSU.
Getting you ready for the first pitch of LSU baseball. We continue on the Cajun Country Rice On Deck Show. Time now to talk with Tigers on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
We're back here at Alex Box Stadium, Skip Bertman Field, Game 2 between LSU and Alabama. It's time for Talking with Tigers. We're joined down by LSU catcher Alex Milazzo. And Alex, a great game last night, of course, had a thrilling finish. Bryce Collins striking out Colby Shelton to end the game. The scenario was Bryce got behind 3-0 to Shelton with a runner at first and second, 2 outs. Alabama down by 2, so obviously a huge situation. Talk about the poise it took for Bryce to come back down 3-0 in the count and strike Shelton out.
Yeah, I don't want to take anything away from Griffin Herring and what he's done for us. You know, he had a terrific weekend last weekend, giving us 3 innings, saving the pen on Friday after Skeen's performance. And Skeens did his thing, which is kind of funny. I think we're starting to take it for granted how good he is. And Griffin did a great job. And then, having a guy like Bryce Collins who's I'd consider a veteran guy, and he comes in with a lot of poise, man. And to go down 3-0, I think the tying run was on first base, I believe. And for him to come in with that kind of poise, going down 3-0, then coming back to a 3-2 count, and then getting that swing missing in, that was huge for our team. And, kind of got some fans on their feet, but, hats off to Alabama, too. They're a great team and a great club, and they competed to the very last out. But I thought that was big for Bryce right there.
And, of course, offensively, Tigers had some long balls from Cruz and White, but also taking advantage of some free passes. And yourself with the sack bunt to score a run. I know we talked last week. You said your goal is to move the offense, and that's what you did there. Yes, sir.
I mean, I'm in that 9 spot, and I know the guys that I have behind me. So, I try not to go to the plate with any ego, and my job down there is just to get on base because I know who I have behind me. So even if it means an out right there, I try to work the pitcher as much as possible and get them into a deep count, get them kind of tired. That way guys in that order can take advantage of that. Tommy White and Dylan Cruz, they put 2 good swings on the balls, and that really lifted our offense right there, and I felt like that turned the game for us.
Today, Alex, Hayden Travinsky will start behind the plate. Of course, you and Hayden go back 4-year teammates in the same recruiting class. Just your thoughts on how he's able to contribute behind the plate and offensively.
Yeah, Hayden's a veteran guy like myself, and, he's done a great job of not only coming in but progressing, staying healthy this year, and being a great team guy as well. I mean, I don't think that gets talked about enough. This team's got a lot of guys whose arrows are pointing in the same direction, and I think that's pretty rare to find in a team. There's times when guys can be selfish or whatnot, but you won't find this on this team. And Hayden's done a terrific job, and I expect him to get typhoid in that zone and have a great game today.
All right, man, we appreciate it. Alex, good luck today.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Go Tigers.
Alex Milazzo with us. Tigers getting set to face Alabama. Back with a lot more after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Wake up and text. Text and eat. Text and meet up with a friend you haven't seen in forever.
Hi.
Oh, hey. Text and complain that they're on their phone the whole time. Text and listen to them complain that you're on your phone the whole time. Text and whatever. But when you get behind the wheel, give your phone to a passenger. Put it in the glove box. Just don't text and drive. Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
We always picture the SEC student athlete for their speed, their vertical, their agility. But it's time we picture them for more. For their campus voice, their community outreach, and for the simple fact that 20 years later, they're still someone's pride and joy. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
Hi, we're the Goo Goo Dolls. We're fortunate that our daughters have what they need to grow and learn. But that isn't the case for nearly 13 million kids in the U.S. that struggle with hunger.
Childhood hunger is a heartbreaking reality that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste and provides it to families and children in need.
You can help kids in need in your community by visiting feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
We are back on the Cajun Country Rice On Deck Show with LSU Fighting Tiger baseball on the way. First, time to take a trip around the SEC on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
We can see some blue sky, the clouds starting to part just slightly here after rain in and out of most of Saturday, but it looks like we're going to start to clear off as nightfall comes. Tomorrow is going to be beautiful for Game 3, but we're going to have no trouble tonight getting Game 2 in between Alabama and LSU. Our Lady of the Lake, proud to be the championship health partner of LSU. Together, Our Lady of the Lake and LSU, champions for Louisiana. Together we roar, so learn more at OLOLRMC.com/LSU. As the big voice guy said, time now to take a look around the SEC, presented by Visit Baton Rouge. We're ready. Are you? Let's take a look at what's happening, the standings, and the like. Once again, Tiger champ Doug Thompson in the booth. Doug, what do we got around the Southeastern Conference?
Thanks, Chris. Well, just about every game has gone final today. The only one still ongoing is in South Carolina, where the Gamecocks are trailing Auburn right now by a score of 8-5. They're in the bottom of the 8th inning. These 5 have gone final. In fact, 2 series have now gone final, with Arkansas sweeping Texas A&M with an 8-7 win today. That wraps up that series in Arkansas. Again, a sweep for the Hogs. Tennessee also swept Mississippi State earlier today. The Vols win 13-2 in Knoxville. So those 2 series have completed as they started Thursday night. Game 2 in Gainesville, the Gators took care of Missouri 11-7, so Florida wins that series. They'll bring out the brooms tomorrow in Gainesville. Georgia defeated the Ole Miss Rebels 7-3, so now Georgia up 2-0 on the Rebels, where the woes can continue. Vanderbilt wins 9-3 over Kentucky, and that series will go to Game 3 tomorrow. And, of course, the only other game left is Alabama and LSU. So everyone has played today. Here's what the standings look like before the Tigers throw the first pitch. In the Eastern Division, Vanderbilt leads the way with a 15-5 overall record. That's the best in the conference. South Carolina has the same record as your Fighting Tigers. They are 13-5 now overall. Florida is 13-7. Kentucky is 11-9. Tennessee's 11-10. Georgia's 8-12. And Missouri is 5-15. So 2 teams in that Eastern Division with under 500 records. And in the West, again, LSU with a 13-5 record. They're right in front of Arkansas, who is 14-7. Everyone else below 500 in the Western Division. Alabama's 9-10. Texas A&M is 9-12. Auburn's 8-11. Mississippi State is 6-15. And the Rebels of Ole Miss are 4-16, Chris.
You take a look at those standings as we sit here, Doug, with just counting this weekend, 4 weekends remaining until the SEC tournament. Boy, is it going to be fun in Hoover in 2023 with this conference, no doubt about it. We got more coming up on the Cajun Country Rice On Deck show. Want to remind you, have the right equipment to take on any job linked to the land. Visit Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana at sunequip.com. Let's take a look at the starting pitchers. We'll do that when we come back right after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
When it comes to investing in your home's comfort, it's never just one thing. You want to make sure you get an air-conditioned system that's reliable, affordable, energy efficient, backed by a strong warranty, and is installed by a dealer you can trust. That's why people who insist on the best choose Trane. Plus, right now, Trane is offering special financing. So what's not to love? Visit TraneSouth.com to find a local Trane dealer today. It's hard to stop a Trane. Subject to credit approval. Ask for details. Hey, Baton Rouge, don't go to just settle for boring old frozen pizza for dinner. Head over to Fat Boys Pizza, where size matters. Come check out their large pies that measure 30 inches across, but the number scarcely does it justice. When you see their 30-inch pie, your whole world got smaller, and your idea of pizza got bigger. From delicious pizza choices, chicken wings, garlic knots, and so much more, stop by Fat Boys Pizza, located on Nicholson Drive in Baton Rouge, or visit them online at eatfatboyspizza.com. Hey, Tiger fans, 12 and younger, don't miss your chance to be a part of Mike's Kids Club, presented by Shell, the exclusive kids club of LSU Athletics. Join Mike's Kids Club for only $25. Get the official Mike's Kids Club t-shirt, free admission to select LSU athletic events, and much, much more. To learn about upcoming events and to join, please visit lsumkc.com. The Mike's Kids Club, presented by Shell.
Leading you up to first pitch of LSU baseball. Back with more on the Cajun Country Rice On Deck Show. Time to break down the game's starting pitchers on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Getting you ready for Game 2 of this series, Alabama and LSU. A reminder, Capital One offering checking and savings accounts with no fees or minimums. Capital One, what's in your wallet? Let's take a look at the pitching matchups for both the Tide and the Tigers here in Game 2. Once again, somebody who knows a little something about pitching in the SEC. Here's Doug Thompson. Doug?
Well, for Alabama, it's going to be Garrett McMillan. He is 6'4", 235 pounds. He's a senior from Tuscaloosa, actually. Don't let the 10 innings pitch this year fool you. He's actually coming back. He's been nursing an injury all year. Coming out of the fall, he was actually going to be one of their weekend starters. He has pitched 10 2/3 this year. He's got a 3.37 ERA. He's 1-1. He's allowed 6 hits, 5 runs, 4 of them earned. He has 10 strikeouts and 6 walks. Opponents hitting only 167 off of McMillan. So look for him. Look, last year he actually started 16 games for the Crimson Tide. He had a 4.29 ERA and 86 innings last year. He allowed 79 hits, had 83 strikeouts, and 26 walks, so he is going to be formidable out there on the mound today. And for the Tigers, going to be Ty Floyd. Very simple. Let's just make it just like last week, except for let's get that final out and get you a complete game today. Ty Floyd, kind of a coming-out start last week. It's exactly what he needed after a couple outings where I wouldn't say he pitched poorly. He just didn't have a great start and had to kind of regroup and battle throughout the rest of the outing. And it was exactly the opposite next week. So look for Ty Floyd to challenge early with that fastball and finish with the breaking ball late. I think he's got plenty good enough stuff to be very successful against this lineup in the same way that Paul Skeens had some success last night.
Right-hander Garrett McMillan, a senior, will go for Alabama. And as Doug just mentioned, junior right-hander Ty Floyd goes for your Fighting Tigers. Fans, remember, all LSU Sports Radio Network broadcasts stream for free at lsusports.net, and you can take us with you wherever you are with your mobile device by simply downloading the LSU Sports mobile app presented by BASF. You can find the app for free in the iTunes Store and Google Play. It's got all the information right there in the palm of your hand about every athletic event, every athletic team in the purple and gold. The LSU Sports mobile app presented by BASF. We create chemistry. Up next, we visit with head coach Jay Johnson. His team got the win last night, 8-6. Try to clinch another SEC series tonight here at home against Alabama. It's on the way on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
This is Richard Zuslaw, CEO of Acadian Ambulance Service. On behalf of all the Acadian employee owners, please be careful while driving. Always use your seatbelt and never text and drive.
Are you a homeowner looking to keep your home cool while saving money? Perhaps you're an HVAC contractor who wants to offer customers more efficient, more consistent home comfort. Luxair is the name to know for unmistakably efficient and reliable home cooling, and great business building programs for contractors too. Contact your Luxair dealer to find out more. Or if you're a contractor, visit solarsupplyluxair.com to learn about working with Luxair.
The LSU Tigers excel due to great preparation, talent, and execution. Those same principles are what make National Trench Safety the leader in the trench safety equipment industry. National Trench Safety is recognized across the country as the trench and traffic safety specialist, supporting the equipment rental and engineering needs for the refining, chemical, pipeline, power, transportation, and municipal market. Visit ntsafety.com today for more details. Remember, if it's in the trench, over the trench, or around the trench, National Trench Safety has you covered. Go Tigers!
The Tigers are your team, and Super One Foods is your grocery store. They offer super low prices from the moment you walk in their door, starting with the hottest deals on their famous wall of values. You'll get super savings on fresh produce, meat cut fresh daily, and all of your favorite brands throughout the store. Shop Super One Foods online or in store for super low prices on game day and every day. Go Tigers and go Super One Foods.
This is Richard Zuslaw, CEO of Acadian Ambulance Service. On behalf of all the Acadian employee owners, please be careful while driving. Always use your seatbelt and never text and drive.
As we continue on the Cajun Country Rice on Deck Show, it's time to visit with the top Tiger. This visit with LSU skipper Jay Johnson, presented by Hancock Whitney, the official bank of LSU Athletics, on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Coach, we get ready for game 2 of this series. Perfect timing again. Looks like we're going to be clear to play some baseball tonight with a 6 o'clock start. Let's go back to last night. Again, Paul Skeens, as I've said to you before, very Skeens-like once again. Excellent effort on the mound. Offensively, he built up a big lead. But in SEC play, sometimes, as you've told me many times, there's never enough runs because these teams are talented.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, we had that situation. I think we were up 4-1 and had second, third, no outs, and with 2 outs hadn't gotten anybody in, and felt like that was going to be a key spot in the game, and it obviously was. And we were able to put 3 across right there. That was a big part of the game. Picked up another one on a squeeze bunt by Alex Milazzo, and we obviously needed all of those. And this is a really talented lineup, especially 1 through 6, and man, they make you earn your outs.
Again, let's talk about Paul Skeens. He was just phenomenal last night. Came out throwing guns blazing. And as you've said, we're running out of words to describe him.
Yeah, you can't do it much better than that. Again, against that lineup, you know, I mean, the amount of strikeouts, the amount of weak contact. Pinckney had an unbelievable night last night, but, I mean, he neutralized some really good hitters last night. And sure happy he's here, and it's great to start every SEC weekend with Paul.
You know, looking at last weekend in game 1, 2, and 3 against Ole Miss, to me it looked like you got the starting pitching in all 3 games you were looking for, as far as number of innings, the balls, the strikes, and Ty Floyd, just a phenomenal job on the road.
Yeah, for sure. We're excited about that. I think he's done a great job for us this year. I mean, that was certainly his best performance, and I think he's in a good headspace and prepares well, and I expect to see a lot of the same tonight.
I really wanted to ask you, Coach, about Ethan Fry, because Fry got the start in the midweek, came in last night in the game, just a super athletic-looking kid, and I know you think the future is awfully bright for him.
Yeah, he might be the biggest leadoff hitter in college baseball next year, and I just think if he keeps going, I mean, the potential is limitless. He's got the right demeanor. He's improved so much since he's gotten here, and credit to him, and you may see more of him as we go down our stretch here.
Let's talk about Alabama real quickly before I let you go, Coach. What do we expect on the mound from the Tide tonight?
Yeah, Garrett McMillan, 3-pitch mix guy. He throws the ball where he wants to, about as good as anybody in the league. He's had some injuries, so he's only been up to about 68 pitches here recently. Their bullpen is good. Alton Davis, a couple other guys. It'll be interesting to see how they play it after McMillan. We got to really force him up and over the plate and in the strike zone. I think that'll be key. If you start reaching for things or expanding the zone, you play right into his hands. So we have to be really disciplined with our approach tonight.
Coach, looking forward to it. Game 2 of the series. Best of luck. Get after him.
Thanks, Chris.
Head Coach Jay Johnson, everybody. Coming up, we'll get you your starting lineups for the matchup tonight, and then we'll get you started. Alabama and LSU, Game 2 of the series coming up on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
If you love them enough to turn off your music and pretend like their music is your music,
this is Mommy's jam.
then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Let's play it again.
Check today at nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
We always picture the SEC student athlete for their speed, their vertical, their agility, but it's time we picture them for more. For their campus voice, their community outreach, and for the simple fact that 20 years later, they're still someone's pride and joy. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
This is the story of a very special woman. Just a few knew about her superpowers. In a matter of seconds, she turned herself into a great mathematician. She masqueraded as a regular person at work, but as a superhero at home. Everyone knows her as Gabriella. I still call her Mom.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need to help, complete with tips and resources at aarp.org/caregiving. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
First pitch of LSU Fighting Tiger baseball is just moments away. Time now for the starting lineups. Presented by Cintas. Proudly helping Louisiana business stay clean, safe, and ready for the workday for over 40 years. On the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Tonight's Game 2 between Alabama and the homestanding LSU Tigers, brought to you by the 7 partners that represent Team LSU: Cox, McDonald's, Our Lady of the Lake, Albertsons, Coca-Cola, People's Health, and Hancock Whitney. Let's take a look at the Cintas starting lineup. First for Alabama, 30-13 on the year, 9-10 in SEC play. They'll stick with the same lineup we saw in Game 1. Jim Jarvis, the shortstop, will lead it off. 287 hitter, a senior for the Tides. Tommy Seidel will be in left field. He'll bat second, batting .353. Andrew Pinckney went 5 for 5 last night. Got his average up to .351. He'll be in the 3-hole and play in right field. Drew Williamson will bat cleanup once again. He went 1 for 4 at the plate. He'll play first base, a senior, hitting .333. Dominic Temez will be in the 5 spot. He'll be behind the plate catching. Colby Shelton will be at third base batting 6. Caden Rose in center field will bat 7. Jackson West, the DH, once again in the starting lineup, a freshman hitting .238. And Ed Johnson, one of the best 9-hole hitters in the country, certainly in the SEC, batting .338. Johnson will play second base and again will bat ninth. Now for your Fighting Tigers of LSU, 33-8 on the year, 13-5 in conference play. Gavin Dugas atop the order, the second baseman, hitting .311 with 10 home runs and 7 doubles. Trey Morgan will be in left field. He'll bat second, hitting .319. Dylan Cruz, a junior, batting .485, once again in center field, batting third. Tommy White, both he and Cruz with home runs in Game 1 last night. He'll be the cleanup hitter again, playing third base. White, the sophomore, hitting .364. Cade Beloso will be the DH. He'll bat fifth. Jordan Thompson will bat sixth and play shortstop. Hayden Travinsky gets the start tonight, his third start behind the dish, who will catch and bat seventh. Braden Joubert will be in right field, batting eighth. And Jared Jones, the freshman first baseman, moved to the 9 spot. He's batting .336 with 12 home runs and 9 doubles. That's a look at the Cintas starting lineup. Saw the sunshine for just a moment here as the clouds start to part. We're set for starting Game 2, Alabama and LSU. First pitch coming up after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Together, we are partners, setting a new standard for health. Together, we prove that no matter how battle-tested we are, our spirit remains undefeated. Our Lady of the Lake and LSU are creating transformational change and impacting Louisiana with a new standard for healthcare, research, and education. Together, Our Lady of the Lake and LSU are champions for Louisiana. Together, we roar. Learn more at ololrmc.com/LSU.
Straddling the mighty Mississippi between Baton Rouge and New Orleans, Ascension Parish is Louisiana's sweet spot for a perfect weekend stopover, shop-over stay. Shop at Tanger Outlet's 60-plus designer and brand name stores. Tour fabulous Homa's House, Mansion, and Gardens. Visit Sugar-Filled Spirits Distillery, known for its unique spirits, wines, and ciders made from real local ingredients and flavors, or so many other interesting nearby attractions. Just a half hour east of Baton Rouge's Tiger Stadium and 1 hour west of New Orleans. Ascension Parish, your Baton Rouge to New Orleans stopover, shop-over spot. For more info, check out visitlasweetspot.com.
Will Scott Mobile Mini is the global leader in modular offices and storage containers. Keep your products safe and secure with our wide array of vault-like storage containers. Need shelves and lighting for your container? We can help. We have the right container for your industrial, commercial, or residential storage needs. All of our offices are delivered ready to work with customizable furniture options to fit any need. Give us a call at 800-841-7016 or visit our website at www.mobilemini.com.
17 SEC championships.
The slash 5 R's in the pitch.
34 NCAA tournament appearances.
Swung on the hit to right field. That's way back there. Way back there.
18 trips to Omaha. 6 national titles. The powerhouse of college baseball. This is LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball. On the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Good Saturday evening, Tiger fans, and welcome. Skip Bertman Field, Alec Box Stadium, here on the campus of LSU. Game 2 of this SEC series. The Alabama Crimson Tide, now 9-10 in conference play, come in to take on your Tigers, who are 13-5. LSU getting the win last night in Game 1 by a final of 8-6. Time now for your game day weather report, brought to you by AccuTemp. Chance of power outages, never get a whole home generator from AccuTemp. Keep the power in your hands. Again, rain earlier today, off and on, but now clearing. 65 degrees, very comfortable here at the ballpark. Had a slight drizzle about 30-40 minutes ago, but that's clearing out now, and for the rest of the evening it should be just cloudy skies, leading into a beautiful Sunday here in the capital city, with temperatures expected to be around 80 tomorrow. We're ready to go. Stepping in is Jim Jarvis, a left-handed hitter. Pitch to the shortstop from Ty Floyd, going to miss low, and we are underway as that fastball just below the knees. Time of first pitch, 6:02 Central Time. Floyd winds, the right-hander delivers, and this one comes in low. 2 balls, no strikes. Jarvis last night 0 for 5 in that leadoff spot.
Yeah, it was a rough night for him.
As it tends to be, especially when Paul Skeen's starting the game.
Yeah, Andrew Pinckney would beg to differ.
Yeah, he had
what
a pretty
night
good
for
night.
him, huh?
Here's the 2-0 to Jarvis. This one wrapped in the air to right field, and Jobert going back, and well, Jarvis took what we said to heart. He goes 1 for 1 with a solo shot to right field, and Alabama takes an early lead. The leadoff hitter blasts one to right. It's 1-0 Crimson Tide.
Yeah, it had nothing to do with what you and I were saying, partner. It had to do with falling behind 2-0 to that leadoff batter, and the wind, by the way, that's blowing out to right field aided that one along. It wasn't hit very hard, just got up in the jet stream.
So Jarvis with his 6th home run of the year. Last night the Crimson Tide had a solo shot from Pinckney, who, as we mentioned, went 5 for 5 at the plate. But a quick 1-0 lead for Alabama. They lead for the first time this weekend. That'll bring Tommy Seidel, the left fielder, in the first delivery. Fastball for a strike at the belt, 0-1.
Seidel was 1 for 5 last night. He did drive in a run, though.
The 0-1 from Floyd. Just missed the outside corner. Our umpires, by the way, Brian DeBrawware at first, Cedric Coleman at second, Seth Buckminster at third, and it's Joe Harris behind the plate calling balls and strikes. 1 ball, 1 strike to Tommy Seidel. Floyd's pitch, swing and a miss. Gets him ahead this time. It's now 1-2.
Floyd's got a pretty good fastball so far. It's sitting 95, 96 miles an hour.
As we've seen in his career, it's all about the placement of the heater, and this one trying a breaking ball off speed, high and inside. That'll even the count 2-2 to Did a good job last Saturday. Again, was able to elevate the fastball when he was ahead in counts. Able to stay low in the zone to get ahead early. The 2-2 belted towards the gap, right center field. This one going to get down, and Cruz going to have to chase it to the wall, and Seidel around first. And after a solo home run to start the game, Seidel gets his second hit of the series with a double to right center field. It's going to be his 6th double of the year.
That one just a little too much of the plate, obviously, with a couple strikes. Got to avoid the inevitable 2 here, Chris. Everything's fighting against him to do so, but he's going to have to, unfortunately, get the toughest hitter in the lineup, Pinckney, out.
Pinckney, a right-hander. Showed bunt, brings it back. The pitch, they say, a little high, and it's 1 ball, no strikes.
Yeah, he came into yesterday's game hitting .329. He's up over .350 today after that 5-hit performance.
Runner at second, the 1-0. In on the hands, just missed Pinckney. It's 2-0. Fastball in there at 96 miles an hour. Pinckney backing up just a little bit, moving the hands out of the way. It's 2 balls, no strikes. Again, Floyd behind in the count for the second time here to start the top of the first inning. The 2-0 delivery sent back foul into the screen. That'll make it 2-1. While we have a moment, let's pause 10 seconds. Station identification on this, the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Your home for LSU Fighting Tiger baseball, the LSU Sports Radio Network, and streaming on the LSU Sports mobile app.
2-1 delivery to Pinckney, a strike at the letters. First pitch looked a little higher, but they'll call this a strike. It's now 2-2. Alabama leading 1-0. Jim Jarvis started the game off with a leadoff solo shot to right field. Seidel would follow with a double to right center field. Nobody out, runner at second, a 2-2 count to Pinckney as Floyd fires to the plate. Breaking ball, a grounder to third, mishandled by White. Looked like he may have just missed the glove, hit him in the chest, maybe hit the glove and then came off the body, but nonetheless it got away from him, and there'll be no throw, there'll be no play, and runners first and second with nobody out.
Yeah, that was just a hard one hopper off the top of the right in front of the plate. White came up about chest high, and it almost looked like he closed his glove right before the ball went in it. Kind of took his eye off of it at the last minute, and Ty Floyd is getting more in trouble by the batter.
Now we'll see Drew Williamson. Williamson last night came away with 1 hit in the game, as there's a strike on the inside corner, make it 0-1, but Williamson batting .333. He's got 10 home runs, 3 doubles on the year. Batting cleanup for Coach Bohannon. The 0-1 pitch sent back into the screen, foul, and now Floyd ahead in the count. 0-2. I mean, you take a look at Floyd's career over the last couple of years. There were times we knew his fastball was great, Doug. He would get ahead of hitters. He was looking for the out pitch. He's tried to develop that this season. Here's an opportunity with runners first and second, nobody out. The Tigers already down 1-0. Williamson, the left-hander, awaits. Floyd checks the runner, checks it again. Now the pitch. Misses high. He elevated the fastball. Williamson, good eye, stayed away, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, I like the location there. That's where you want to miss 0-2 with a fastball. We'll see if they try to go back to the bender here and catch him guessing with another fastball.
Seidel at second. Pinckney at first. The 1-2 challenged him with a fastball at the belt. Swing and a miss. He found the hole. Williamson down on strikes. Ty Floyd records his first Super One Food strikeout of the game. 1 down here in the top of the first. Still a lot of work to do with runners first and second. Now we'll see Dominic Temez, who came in there in the 9th inning last night. But Alabama able to plate 4 runs on 4 hits in a row, and Temez one of those to drive in a run. Floyd fires. Temez launches it to left field. Going back is Morgan, and this one will come off the top of the wall. Seidel around third. Going into third is Pinckney, and an RBI double off the bat of Temez, and it's now 2-0 Alabama. And he just missed getting that one out of here.
Yeah, he hit that ball hard.
Into the wind, no less.
Fortunate only 1 run was able to score, actually, because Pinckney who was on at first base, he had to wait up and see if the ball was going to be caught or not. And here comes Jay Johnson, talk over the strategy. Got a base open with 1 out. And you've already allowed 2 here in the top of the first.
Coach Johnson out there brings the infield in. A reminder, fans, StubHub, the easiest way to experience every Tiger game. Check the virtual view and score your seats. Get your tickets delivered instantly. StubHub, official ticket marketplace of LSU Athletics. StubHub, be there. Now, throughout this season, we've seen Ty Floyd start off pretty good, then get into some trouble in the 2nd or 3rd inning, and then right the ship. This one may be the earliest where he's had this type of adversity, but there's no doubt Jay Johnson has full confidence to keep it a 2-0 game and find the final 2 outs here in the top of the first.
Well, we know he's got that type of makeup, right? Like, one of the things you need to know about one of these weekend starters is that if they do get into a little trouble early, that they can do exactly that. So we'll see if he can put the Band-Aid on this one and somehow find a way back in the dugout without allowing another run.
Tough hitter at the plate. Colby Shelton, the third baseman, swings at a breaking ball that drops off the table, and it's 0-1. Shelton last night was at the plate. Potential go-ahead run in the top of the 9th when Bryce Collins came in. Heavy dose of breaking balls and got the strikeout to end the game and secure the win, 8-6. The 0-1.
Yep.
He went around, tried to hold back on a pitch up in the zone. It's 0-2. Shelton, by the way, 16 home runs, leads the Tide this season. 10 doubles, driven in 35. 1 out, runners 2nd and 3rd. Floyd ahead in the count. Pitch to the left-hander. The 0-2, swing and a miss. Fastball in on the hands. Shelton couldn't get around quick enough. Second Super One Food strikeout for Ty Floyd in the 2nd out of the inning.
And that's a huge one. Shelton's got 16 dingers on the year, and that worked because Ty Floyd got ahead with a breaking ball. That was in the back of Shelton's mind there, and he was just a hair late on that fastball because he was expecting the breaker.
Now we'll see Caden Rose, the center fielder. Floyd delivers a lightning fastball for a strike to make it 0-1. No problem with the velo here early on for Ty Floyd. As Doug mentioned, 95, 96. That's been the average for the speedball. Here's a swing and a miss.
97 there.
How about 97? It's 0-2. So again, Floyd gives up the 2 runs. He looks a little more determined and a little more fired up out there.
I'll take it.
Runner 2nd and 3rd, 2 outs. The 0-2 pitch. Again, another fastball, and it's fouled back to stay alive by Caden Rose. That one 97.4 from Ty Floyd. Still 0-2 the count. Fans get low rate long-term financing right now on powerful Kubota tractors, mowers, and utility vehicles. Just visit LSUKubotaDealers.com for your nearest Kubota dealer. 2 down, top of the first. The 0-2. Ground ball towards short. Scoops into the glove for Thompson. He throws to first. Jones with a stretch, and that'll do it. 3rd out of the inning. However, Alabama strikes first. 2 runs on 3 hits. 1 error committed by the Tigers. The Tide leave 2 men on. We go to the bottom of the first inning. We played a half inning. 2-0 Alabama on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hey, hon, what you doing with your phone? Taking pictures?
No, I'm asking it questions.
Like what?
Hey, Bobo, do flowers have best friends?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, follow me. I want to show you something. Look, flowers do have best friends.
Whoa.
Some answers can only be found in nature. Discover the unsearchable. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a trail near you. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
We always picture the SEC student athlete for their speed, their vertical, their agility, but it's time we picture them for more. For their campus voice, their community outreach, and for the simple fact that 20 years later, they're still someone's pride and joy. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Alabama gets ahead first, 2-0. Solo home run led off by Jim Jarvis. Runners aboard, some clutch hits, and Ty Floyd eventually able to get out of trouble, giving up just, Doug, the inevitable 2.
Yeah.
And now it'll be up to the LSU offense to possibly even things up or maybe get a lead of their own, as Gavin Dugas will lead it off, batting .311 on the year. It'll be Dugas, Morgan, and Cruz, of course, to face Garrett McMillan, the right-hander for Alabama. Dugas sets in. The first pitch hit down the line, and it's just foul beyond the third base bag.
Yeah, I'm going to give some credit there to Jay Johnson for actually getting out of that first inning. I thought that was a well-timed mound visit, and it was extremely effective because Ty Floyd seemed to have, and you even noticed it, seemed to change his demeanor and get him a little locked in. Can't wait to hear what was said out there.
The 0-1 to Dugas. A strike on the outside corner at the knees with a breaking ball from McMillan. 0-2 the count. Infield playing straight up to Dugas, the right-hander, and popped up. This one out of play back behind us. Count remains 0-2. Last night, Dugas 0 for 3. Did bring in a run, hit by a pitch with the bases loaded. Here's the 0-2. Short of the plate in the dirt. This breaking ball, it was hard, but it was nowhere close.
No,
Dugas able to pick up on the spin quickly, and it's 1-2.
It was about 5 feet short of the plate.
McMillan's 1-2 delivery. Reaches out with a bat, ground ball, 2 bouncer to Jarvis at short. He'll pump fire to first in time to get Dugas for out number 1. That one had a little spin on it too as it skipped through the infield.
Got that right off the end of the bat. McMillan looks like he's in the low 90s. His curveball is a pretty good one when he gets it the whole 60 feet.
1 out, we'll see Trey Morgan. First pitch to Trey. High and inside, ball 1. Morgan last night 2 for 3, a run scored, drove in a run. The 1-0. Big swing, fouls it back into the screen. Evens the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, as Doug mentioned there in the top of the first inning, wind picking up a little bit, blowing left to right towards the Intimidator here at Alec Box. See if Morgan takes advantage of it. He will swing, launch it in the air to center field. Caden Rose, though, will come in about 10 steps, settle under it. He'll have it for out number 2. So with 2 down, we'll see Dylan Cruz. Cruz going with the, I love the kicks tonight, purple and gold.
Like some Air Force Ones down there.
Tigers, nice. Their white uniforms tonight.
Got some dunks on.
Yeah. Dylan decided to add a little gold. Here's the first pitch to Cruz. Swings, fouls it out right side. 0-1 the count. Dylan batting .485 on the season, was 2 for 4. Drove in 4 ribby last night, including a 3-run homers. That pitch misses low and inside. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Dylan with 12 homers on the year, 12 doubles, 1 triple. Here's the 1-1. Stayed away from the breaking ball, and it misses outside. Move the count, 2 balls and 1 strike. McMillan, the right-hander, the 2-1. Ground ball to third, scooping it up. Shelton, throw across the diamond in time, and the Tigers go in order in the bottom of the first inning. 3 up, 3 down. We head to the top of the second. 2-0. Alabama leads. Tide comes to the plate next on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Albertsons is making shopping and saving easier than ever. Just For You deals is now Albertsons For You. It's everything you love about Just For You with all new perks. Get rewarded for just being you, including personalized deals, a free item every month, and even a treat on your birthday. With Albertsons For You, you earn points every time you shop and redeem them for discounts on groceries and more. Brand new Albertsons For You members receive $5 off their next $25 or more purchase just for signing up. Download the Albertsons app or simply update your existing mobile app to see your all-new, all-awesome perks. Albertsons. Fresh foods, local flavors.
Excuse me, do you know the average time of one full inning at an LSU baseball game?
10 minutes. Half an hour?
I think 45 minutes.
Actually, one inning in baseball lasts about 20 minutes. Any idea how long it takes to complete a mortgage application?
I'm going to go with an hour and a half. I think it's about 2 hours.
Probably a couple days.
Actually, at Assurance Financial, you can apply for a mortgage in less time than one inning. Wow. Find out more. Visit them at AssuranceMortgage.com. That's AssuranceMortgage.com. Equal housing opportunity. NMLS number 70876.
Should be able to hear. You hear me?
Grit to wake up every
I
morning
can hear you guys.
dedicated to a
Just
higher
pull that
standard.
a little bit closer to you
At
right
H&E
there.
Equipment Services, we're leveraging our national fleet of equipment with a local approach, working closely with customers to understand their needs and provide them reliability, fair prices, and the support of a first-class service team. We're an equipment company, run by equipment people. Where others stop, we continue. H&E Equipment Services, the higher standard in equipment rental, sales, parts, and service.
Back to the action of LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
2-0. Alabama jumps out in front the top of the first inning. Tigers go quietly 3 up, 3 down there in the bottom of the first inning. So the Tide come back to the plate. Leading things off, Jackson West, the DH. We'll get it started. Ty Floyd, a little shaky to get started, but finished that inning strong. We'll see how he continues here. As the first pitch, a called strike, and it's 0-1. Fans, you may remember back on March 10th of this season, here at Alex Box Stadium, the Super Chevy dealers surprised, to say the least, one of our proud veterans, as this one's lifted in the air to left field. Trey Morgan settling under it, having to run, and eventually gets under it for out number 1. West retired. U.S. Army Sergeant Corey J. Jenkins came out through the first pitch. That was exciting. But then he got a bigger surprise thanks to the Super Chevy dealers, and we are thrilled to have Eric and Tyler Lane in the booth with us here tonight. And gentlemen, we'll talk about that moment coming up, how it all came about. First, let's see the first offering here to Ed Johnson, and Floyd finds a strike. And Eric, I'll start with you. I mentioned that it was a great moment to come out here and throw the first pitch. He was thrilled. Then the wall opened up and he got a Chevy Traverse, and it almost seemed like 10 or 15 seconds. He didn't know what was going on, that it was going to be his, but it was a great moment. I know you guys were thrilled to be a part of it.
Yeah, I'm president of Super Chevy Dealers. It's a group of 10 dealers in the area, and so we try to support the military, and this is actually the second vehicle that we've given away. We did another one in 2019.
The 0-2 pitch misses outside. They'll appeal down to first. First base umpire Brian DeBrawware says no, it did not go around, and it's 1-2. Again, as you mentioned, Super Chevy dealers very involved year-round, not just during that one baseball game, to support our great veterans. And it takes a lot of people to pull that kind of stuff off, and it takes a lot of dedication from everybody involved.
Yeah, we have a group of 10 dealers, and they all kind of think like we do, is it's best for the community, and we try to support, as I said, the military, the police, the first responders, anybody we can. And we were so happy to do this surprise thing for him with a payment-free, brand-new Chevrolet Traverse.
Johnson fouls one down the line into the seats in right, still 1-2. Tyler, again, you guys are involved year-round for a bunch of events for veterans, but this being the second vehicle that you've given to a veteran with no payments, just hand them the keys. This time Johnson going to pop it up near second base, calling for it. Jordan Thompson comes over, and he will make the grab for out number 2. Where do you all come up with this? When did the idea come up, hey, we can give a vehicle and, again, help out a great veteran?
Well, community involvement and philanthropy is really our DNA at Jerry Lane and at the Super Chevy dealers. And, we definitely want to do something special for military, and we definitely have a heart for baseball as well. So it just kind of all came together as we're brainstorming in a room, thinking of a great idea, and it really, hit the heart of everybody as we were talking about it.
No doubt. Well, it certainly hit the heart of everybody who was here in attendance. Jim Jarvis back to the plate for Alabama, his second at bat of the game. You may remember he had the solo home run to get the game started, get Alabama on the board 1-0. Ty Floyd looking for the final out here in the top of the second. Keep it a 2-0 game. Here's the pitch, and it's a strike on the outside corner to make it 2-1. Eric, again, you guys do a lot, as you said. The vehicle we'll talk more about, but year-round you guys are constantly involved, not only with veterans, but the community at large.
Yeah, that's something we always believe. If you help the community, make the community a better place, it'll help us in business.
That one just missed inside. You can tell Tiger fans not too pleased with that ball 3 called. It's now 3-1 to Jarvis as Floyd also a little frustrated, gets back up on the bump. Here's the 3-1, and it's hit foul into the screen. That's going to fill the count 3-2. I want to go back to that night because, again, I've never had the opportunity to throw out a first pitch here at the box with a great crowd, great atmosphere. He was able to do so, but you guys probably saw like we did. It took him what seemed to be forever to realize that the vehicle coming out of right center field was going to be his. It seemed like he wasn't quite sure what was happening. There's ball 4. Is Jarvis going to earn the walk?
Well, you know, a lot of people don't realize what a sacrifice the military take in pay and opportunity to protect this country. And so anything we can do to make their life better after all the sacrifices they've made, I think is something well worth doing.
Again, Corey J. Jenkins, a U.S. Army sergeant, was awarded the Chevrolet Traverse. Did you guys physically have the keys? Tyler, did you give him the keys?
No. We had to, you know, today's cars are different. They have remotes now.
So you gave him the remote. This one hit to left field. Morgan goes down to an E shy of the track, and that will retire Seidel. And that will retire Alabama here in the top half of the second. They go in order. No runs, no hits. Nobody touches, or one person touches base. They leave one man on the walk. And LSU coming to the plate now. Tommy White, Cade Beloso, Jordan Thompson will be up when we continue here on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Adopt US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting a Teenager. Learning the lingo.
GOAT, G-O-A-T, acronym, stands for Greatest of All Time. As in, spaghetti sandwiches for dinner? They're my fave. Dad, you're the GOAT.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same. Visit adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
We always picture the SEC student athlete for their speed, their vertical, their agility. But it's time we picture them for more. For their campus voice, their community outreach, and for the simple fact that 20 years later, they're still someone's pride and joy. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
You took the first step and quit smoking, but even former smokers may still be at risk for lung cancer. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know about a new low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early. It takes only 60 seconds and could save your life. You took the first step, now take the next. Visit SaveByTheScan.org for a simple quiz to see if you're eligible and talk to your doctor about screening. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
The powerhouse of college baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Bottom of the second inning coming your way here. LSU in game 2 trailing Alabama 2-0. Tommy White going to lead it off in the cleanup spot. His first at bat of the night. The first delivery, a called strike at the knees. Last night, Tommy White 1 for 5, a run scored, and an RBI. That was a solo home run to give the Tigers an early lead in the second inning. This pitch misses outside. That'll leaving it up 1-1. Continuing to visit with Eric and Tyler Lane from the Super Chevy dealers, who again back on March 10th treated a U.S. Army veteran with a payment-free Chevrolet Traverse, and it happened right here at Alex Box Stadium. Real quick before we move on to some of the other community events the Super Chevy dealers are involved in, what makes it very special about having the car given away here at Alex Box Stadium at an LSU baseball game?
Well, first off, we love LSU. We love baseball, and to have the military first responders involved as well, it was kind of like a triple win for us. But I just think anything we can do, and a car is probably one of the second biggest cost that anybody has in their life.
Sure.
So if we could take something away from a veteran like that you don't have to worry about paying for in a big expense like that, that's a win-win.
Payoff delivery to White is down in the dirt, misses outside. Tommy White with a leadoff walk will get a runner aboard for LSU. And we'll see Cade Beloso bat for the first time. Tyler, real quick, we talk about, the love for LSU baseball. This team pretty sporty here in 2023. What do you think about LSU and the job Jay Johnson has done so far?
I grew up in Baton Rouge, so I've always bled purple and gold. And I was also a baseball player, so being here in Alex Box and seeing this team that we have this year is very, very special. Really enjoying watching them and always enjoying being around LSU.
Beloso, first offering from McMillan, misses outside. It's 1-0. 1-0 pitch to the left-hander. It's a breaking ball. It catches that inside corner. It'll move the count to 1-1. And once again, as we saw last night, after the first strike to Beloso, they'll move Colby Shelton, the third baseman, to the extreme shift. They'll have 3 infielders right of second base. With White at first, the 1-1. Elevated fastball. Beloso couldn't stay away. It's 1-2. Eric, you mentioned the job Super Chevy does with veterans, but also very involved, as you mentioned, in the community. A number of endeavors to make this place the great place it is to live. Here's a line drive, comes off the glove of Williamson, now will float its way into right field. White around second on his way into third, and Cade Beloso with a rocket line drive down the line. Williamson put up the glove out of reflex, but he could not hang on, and then it just rolled into the shallow right field grass. So LSU now with nobody out, down 2-0, have runners on the corners, and we'll see Jordan Thompson. Some other events, some other things you guys are involved in.
We've been all heavily involved in breast cancer treatment and awareness, and we'll have something we're in the works for right now. This fall, hopefully, that would be another big event to help for breast cancer survivors.
All right, well, make sure we're all looking ahead to the fall as Thompson swings, pops it up behind the plate. Temez coming over, and he will have room just under the LSU logo to make the play for out number 1. And now there's going to be an argument. It caught the screen, so the home plate umpire, Joe Harris, comes back and says, no, it touched a little bit of the screen and allowed Temez to make the catch. That brings Coach Bohannon out immediately. He's going to argue the call, and it looks like we're going to go under review. And Jay Johnson now coming out of the dugout. He says, before you get together, I want to hear a little bit of an explanation here. So they don't give him much of one, but they're now going to meet in front of the mound here, and we'll get our first possible review. What did you guys see? It looked like to me it came off the screen because it went straight up and then came back towards the U in LSU, which I didn't think it was hit there. I think it came off the screen, but we'll see. And let's see if we're going to go under review. Yep, Alabama is going to challenge the ruling, which again was called a foul ball. So Thompson would remain at the plate. Alabama came out and said, no, we think it is out number 1. So that is the challenge. Jay Johnson now has 2 of our umpires, including Joe Harris, the home plate umpire. He's demonstrative, explaining something to them. But we go under review, presented by Acme Oyster House, as they talk to Collaborative Replay back in Birmingham at SEC Control, and we'll find out whether or not Thompson will continue to bat or whether they will overrule the call and say he is out on a foul ball fly out behind the plate. So we'll be looking in the fall for some more from the Super Chevy dealers. Again, we're just waiting here, all of us waiting to see what the ruling's going to be. I have learned over the last several years, gentlemen, that the longer the review takes usually means there's something to it. Once again, Temez went all the way to the wall, which makes me think he thought it was going to go to the overhang, and then it came back.
I think it had hit the overhang.
Yeah. Yep. So Alabama loses that challenge. Bohannon is some kind of heated over there. He and Joe Harris yelling at each other from about 150 feet away, and he is gone. Joe Harris has heard enough. Coach Brad Bohannon going to be ejected from the game here in the bottom of the second inning. Now he's going to come out again, and I imagine plead his case with Joe Harris, but he's done talking. He'll head towards the mound. And the catcher, Temez, a new baseball. He wants to play. Now they're going to chew on the ear of third base umpire Seth Buckminster. But after challenging the call and losing the challenge, Brad Bohannon is going to get an early night at the showers. Well. And I'll say this, gentlemen, I don't know if that's one of those challenges you'd get that heated about. Your team's leading 2-0. It's a foul ball that they determine Thompson doesn't get the base. He's got to go back and hit. I don't know if I'd get thrown out for that.
I think that was a bad call on his part.
And Buckminster and Bohannon now finished up. And the Alabama coach will exit the stadium. And soon we'll get back to baseball with runners on the corners and nobody out and an 0-1 count to Jordan Thompson. So a little excitement early here in game 2. So Thompson stands back in. White at third. Beloso at first. The 0-1 swung on, foul down the third base line.
It would make Bohannon's night for Jordan to get a double now.
No, absolutely. Add insult to injury, to say the least. We'll see what happens here. Thompson down on the count. The 0-2 stays away from an elevated fastball. Good eye by Thompson. Make it 1-2. Certainly an exciting time for Chevrolet and Chevrolet dealers. Again, technology, I know, is something you guys pride yourself in offering to customers. Here's the 1-2 to Thompson. Swung on, foul back into the screen. How big is technology these days when it comes to the auto business?
We've been very lucky. General Motors, especially Chevrolet, we've actually increased our market share in the Baton Rouge market over other brake makes, which is it shows that our technology is winning. People want the 5G. People want the OnStar and the things we offer technology-wise that some of the other car makers don't have. And of course, the electric is coming, and General Motors is all over that part, which Tyler could attest and speak up to that on the electric part.
Yeah, it seems like EVs are here, and they're here to stay, and we're going to see more of them. Thompson 1-2 the count. Runners first and third. Trying to get the Tigers on the board. The 1-2 again misses high from McMillan. That'll even the count 2-2. How big is EV these days, Tyler?
It's about to be huge. Chevrolet has 3 brand new EV models that are coming this year to compete with Tesla, which has been first to market, but you're about to see all the other manufacturers start getting into the EV space.
This time Thompson hit by the pitch, may have caught the inside of the jersey, and home plate umpire Joe Harris immediately agreed, so that's going to load the bases now. Things going from bad to worse for Alabama. Their head coach ejected from the game, arguing on a challenge. And now McMillan with nobody out has the bases loaded, and that's going to bring out Jason Jackson, who we all can assume maybe taking over as the head coach. He is the pitching coach for Alabama, and he's going to call for time. Jay Johnson going to bring the Tigers over from the base pads and meet in front of the Tiger bench with Hayden Travinski due up. Join our visit with Eric and Tyler Lane, Super Chevy dealers. Of course, back earlier this year on March 10th, gave away the Chevrolet Traverse, handed the remote to U.S. Army Sergeant Corey J. Jenkins. You can tell, guys, I got to kind of catch up with the technology as well as the electric vehicles that are on the way, as Coach Jason Jackson now back into the dugout. And it will be Hayden Travinski, the hero from this past Sunday in the win over Ole Miss. First pitch to Hayden. Going to be a called strike at the knees. Again, Tommy White is at third. Kate Beloso at second base. Jordan Thompson hit by the pitch. He's at first. Nobody out. The 0-1 swung on and just missed. Fouls it back into the screen. That'll make it 0-2. Now to Hayden Travinski. Hayden with 1 home run on the year. He's had limited at bats, but with the injury to Brady Neal, he's getting more action at catcher. Here's a ground ball up the middle. Could be trouble as Johnson will flip it to Jarvis at second. The relay to first in time for the double play. That does bring Tommy White home to get the Tigers on the board. That'll make it 2-1. It leaves Beloso at third now with the 2 outs. And Braden Jobert coming to the plate. Chance to tie the game with a runner just 90 feet away. Jobert readies the bat. McMillan fires. Strike on the outside corner. Wow. Must have just caught the edge of the plate. The 0-1 to Jobert. Inside missed at the belt. 1 ball and 1 strike with that fastball from McMillan. certainly before you guys get out of here, I want to find out in first person after this 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball, that catches the inside corner, makes it 1-2. The reaction immediately of Sergeant Corey J. Jenkins that night when it all kind of settled in that he had a vehicle, no payments, going to be able to drive out of here from Alec Box.
He just kept shaking his head.
Couldn't say anything?
Yeah, just kept shaking his head. Couldn't believe it.
Pitch misses to Joe Bear, makes it 2-2. 2 outs, runner at third, 2-1 Alabama leads. McMillan fires and a swing and a miss. Joe Bear trying to go for the fences, couldn't find it, and that'll end it for the Tigers. However, they will plate 1 run, leave 1 man on 1 hit, and it's now a 2-1 Alabama. They lead. Tide coming to the plate. Again, it's great to see you guys, Eric, Tyler.
Chris.
Thanks for everything you do for our community, and great job on the card giveaway earlier this year. And let's go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Thank you, Chris. Go Tigers.
All right, we'll be back after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
We mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
It's good to be able to make a change, to never feel stuck. That's why at Cox, we're making a change too. Now Cox Internet plans are flexible, so you can choose to just go with Internet, add TV tomorrow, or home automation down the line. It's easier than ever to get just what you want and nothing you don't. Flexible plans from Cox. Change anytime. No commitments, no penalties. See for yourself at cox.com/internet. Additional services can be added at then current regular rates. All services subject to residential customer service agreement and acceptable use policy. Restrictions apply.
Louisiana Lottery's Top 5 Hits. First up, hit $100. This game is loaded with $100 prizes. Next, climbing the chart is hit $200 with $200 prizes. Holding steady is hit $300 with lots of $300 prizes. A hard act to follow, hit $500 full of $500 prizes. And rocking its way to the top of the chart is hit $5,000 loaded with $5,000 prizes.
Spin your hit today and play the hit family of games from the lottery. Must be at least 21 to purchase.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
We mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Andrew Pinckney will lead it off for Alabama. It's a 2-1 Crimson Tide lead as we battle here in the top of the third. First delivery from Ty Floyd, a called strike, and it's 0-1. This inning brought to you by AccuTemp Services. The 0-1 from Floyd, swung on, fouled back. And Floyd ahead of Pinckney now 0-2. Pinckney got aboard on a error in the field by Tommy White at third base back in that first inning. Left stranded at third. The 0-2 from Floyd. Spins one in, misses high and inside. Make it 1-2 strikes. Don't let AC or heater outages keep you on the bench this year. Text home run to 31996. Get your AC system checked from AccuTemp Services. The 1-2 from Floyd. Another breaking ball. Jammed him in on the hands. Popped up on the infield. And it'll be Jordan Thompson between second and third. The Tigers shortstop pulls it in for out number 1. And not easy to do. They put Pinckney in the dugout for the first time this weekend on the pop out to the Tigers shortstop, and that'll bring Drew Williamson, who was a strikeout victim, to Ty Floyd after Floyd got into trouble there in the top of the first inning. Jay Johnson came out. They had a quick word, and then Ty Floyd changed the complexion of his outing. This breaking ball misses low and inside, and it's ball 1, 1-0.
What's up, buddy?
What's up? Where you been?
Just, lollygagging around.
The mayor of Alec Box, a lot of duties. Here's the 1-0. Off the end of the bat, fouled out of play. Evens the count, 1-1 strike.
What's been going on in here? Smells like a new Chevrolet in this thing.
We were talking about that giveaway that we saw back on March 10th.
Oh, that was awesome.
It was awesome. Infield playing deep here, and the 1-1. This is low and inside, and Tiger fans again not liking the strike zone of Joe Harris. maybe a little frazzled after tossing the Alabama
Yeah,
coach out of the game.
everything was going haywire. I thought I was going to have to come back in the press box there for a minute.
Here's the 2-1. Williamson off the end of the bat, launches one left center field. Cruz coming over on the run, and Dillon will have it for out number 2. Williamson retired, and that'll bring Dominic Temez to the plate.
In all seriousness, though, Eric Lane is one of the first people I met when I got to Baton Rouge back in 1996, and I was a little fish in a huge pond, man. I was overwhelmed, and he took me under his wing. He's actually married to Miss Lisa. She's from around my neck of the woods.
Dominic Temez stands in. The first pitch missing from Floyd with that fastball, 1-0.
And truth is, not only do they have a great business, but that is one of the best families you'll ever meet.
The 1-0 delivery from Floyd. Swing and fouled. Straight back to the backstop. It's 1-1. Interesting, as he left, he said, really appreciate what you do on the radio, and I don't know how you put up with Doug Thompson as many nights as you do.
I believe it.
Of course, the feeling must be mutual. 1-1. Temez awaits. Pitch to the right-hander.
That was a good pitch.
Wow. Again, just missed the outside corner. It's ball 2, and again, Ty Floyd and LSU Tiger fans can't believe it.
It was kind of a weird call. Like, he just kind of lifted his hand, didn't call a ball or a strike. It was like it had him confused.
2-1. I guess missed low at the knees. That'll make it 3 balls, 1 strike. Again, Floyd all around the strike zone.
He is frustrated. You can see it on the camera when they just had it on his face.
2 outs, the 3-1. That misses low and away, so that will give Temez first base on the walk. Second free pass given up by Floyd tonight, and the inning extended as Colby Shelton now will come to the plate. What do you do if you're Jay Johnson? We saw him come out after giving up the 2 runs, try to calm his pitcher down, but when you can sense there's frustration, and as a coach you know the tight strike zone is being squeezed quite a bit.
Well, what do? I'll let this pitch and tell you.
Pitch to Shelton high for ball 1.
If I feel my pitcher's being squeezed and it's becoming a thing, like it's not just a couple pitches in the first, I walk out there, and on the way back, I ask the umpire a question about his strike zone. Where are those missing? Just to try to understand what's happening.
Here's one down the middle, and it's a called strike with a fastball, make it 1-1.
Now, the next time out could be a little different.
You may go Bohannon style.
Could go Bohannon style and just end up in the team bus, you know.
1 ball, 1 strike.
You know, you can't really argue balls and strikes. I mean, the best you can do is ask them where it's missing. And, you know, these guys get fooled too sometimes. But if it happens for 2 or 3 innings, that's when everything starts to, the tension starts to build, I should say. 54 pitches now for Ty Floyd.
The 1-1. And on the hands, missing with a fastball. It's now 2-1. Again with the left-hander Shelton at the plate. Plenty of power, batting .296. They'll have Jordan Thompson just left of the second base bag. And Gavin Dugas, the second baseman, in shallow right field, playing on the grass. 2-1, swing and a miss. Floyd gets that one by him at 95. It's 2-2. Two outs, runner at first. Pitch from Floyd. Just missed low and inside. That will fill the count 3-2. Tigers 1 run on 1 hit. They do have 1 error. Alabama plated 2 in the top of the first. 2 runs on 3 hits.
Got to be careful with this pitch.
Payoff delivery. Runner goes, and it's sent back foul into the screen. Fastball a little up in the zone at 95. Shelton just missed on it. Still 3-2. Another payoff pitch, and upstairs missing ball 4. That will send Shelton down to first. Runners first and second now. For Caden Rose, the center fielder, who grounded out to Jordan Thompson to end the first inning. Again, that's the frustrating part if you're Ty Floyd, if you're Jay Johnson right now, you're watching this game, you're saying, hey, my guy's not pitching bad. He's
Yeah,
really hitting spots, but got to be
tough
able
to deal with.
Got to keep the frustration out between the ears. This one inside, it's ball one.
Well, look, I mean, we've made the move now. We've changed the game. It's a different game now. We got clocks and time and all. Why don't we just do the thing? I mean, the technology exists. Green light, red light. Let's move on and not let balls and strikes be a problem anymore.
1-0 pitch. That's a strike at the letters, and it's 1-1.
You know, 20 years ago we talked about, man, wouldn't it be cool if it was just, well, it's here now. I know that it's not perfect. They've tried it in the minor leagues, the automated strike zone, and it's missed a bunch. So I guess that's the reason we're still not there.
1-1. That one misses high. It's 2-1 now to Rose.
Well, they just could make it easy and put it on the monitor here. Give me a mouthpiece to the umpire,
right.
and I'll just say ball or strike.
That's right. That's right.
Be simple.
That'd fix it. 2-1 the count with 2 down. Runners first and second. Floyd's pitch. There's a strike at the knees. Fastball at 96 will make it 2 balls, 2 strikes.
His nonchalant strike call doesn't help matters either, because it takes him about a second to give us the definitive call on what the pitch was.
2 outs, runners first and second. Floyd's 2-2 delivery. Hit in the air to left field. Morgan coming in, diving, and knocks it with the glove, but it gets behind him. He'll pick it up, bring it back to the cutoff man, but that will score a run. Everybody off and running with 2 outs. And Tamez reaches home plate, and it's now 3-1. Morgan had a decision to make coming in. It was going to be a tough play. Decided to come in, leave his feet, reached out with the glove, just hit under the bottom.
Just missed it. So wet turf out there in the outfield. I got to think, Chris, if it's dry, that Trey Morgan probably makes that play, but I think that was the difference. Looked like the footing came out from underneath him a little bit as he went to make the dive. Tough break there for Ty Floyd and the Tigers.
So again, runners second and third, still 2 out. That brings Jackson West to the plate. Flew out to Morgan back in the second inning. 3 runs now on 4 hits for the Tide. The 1-0. Missed outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Yeah, you're right. Each pitch that comes in, you hear a lull in the crowd as we wait to get whether it's a ball or strike. It's like the sound gets sucked out of the stadium waiting on the call. 2-0. And that one's low. 3-0.
Jackson West, the 8th hitter in this lineup. Ed Johnson waits on deck. Johnson's a right-hander. Of course, West the lefty. I think a walk's the worst possible case scenario here.
3-0. There's a strike at the belt. 3-1.
I was kind of hoping for ball 4 with first base open.
Pinckney popped up to the shortstop. Williamson flied out to center field. Tamez aboard on a walk, Shelton on a walk, and then Rose doubled to left field to bring in a run. There's a pitch low, ball 4. That'll load the bases for Alabama here with 2 outs. And we'll bring Ed Johnson, the number 9 hitter, but also Wes Johnson, pitching coach for LSU, on his way out to the mound. In this inning, brought to you by AccuTemp Services. Don't let AC or heater outages keep you on the bench this year. Text home run to 31996. Get your AC system checked. AccuTemp Services, proud partner of LSU Athletics.
You know, that last pitch was, I think that was a strike. I mean, I feel like he's not been, that's the problem. Like, if you're going to call a ball that's low in the zone a ball, then call it that the entire game. What really drives everyone crazy is when it's just so inconsistent and random. And nothing against Joe Harris, but that's what I've seen so far this game. But again, walk to me doesn't kill us here with the 9-hole batter up. Ty Floyd's going to have to execute, but there's a force at any bag with 2 outs.
So Johnson at the plate. First delivery gets away from Travinsky all the way to the backstop. That's going to bring in Shelton, and Alabama extends the lead 4-1. nowhere close to what the Tigers were looking for there with the 9-hole hitter standing in. Personnel making their way down to the bullpen for LSU now. 71 pitches thrown by Ty Floyd as we're still here in the top of the third inning. So now runners second and third with 2 outs. Johnson with a 1-0 count swings and fouls it out of play right side to even it up 1-1. Johnson in the 9 spot, batting .336. This is his 132nd plate appearance. Pretty good average for a 9-hole hitter. He's got 5 home runs, a triple, and 4 doubles. Has driven in 34 runs on the years. The 1-1 again outside, and Travinski working hard to glove that one. It's 2-1.
And here comes a catcher down to the bullpen. No one started to toss yet.
2 outs, runners second and third. 4-1 Alabama leads. Here's the 2-1. Way upstairs, high and inside. 3-1 now the count to Johnson. And the strike zone may have mentally gotten to Ty Floyd here. It has been tight. There's been some pitches he thought certainly were strikes and may have him already in the dugout. The 3-1 up the middle and a base hit into center field off the bat of Johnson. That's going to score Rose. They'll send the runner West in. He will score without a throw home. And Alabama keeps adding to their lead. That'll make it 6-1 Crimson Tide here in the top of the third, as they now have plated 4 runs on 2 hits. So a 2-run single up the middle by Johnson, his 35th run batted in of the year. And he's the lone man aboard here at first with 2 outs, and Jarvis atop the order comes to the plate. He's 1 for 1, aboard on a walk in the second. Started the game with a solo home run to right.
Riley Cooper and Sammy Dutton have started to throw down for the Tigers.
First pitch is strike. It's 0-1. Floyd checks the runner. Now the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Gets ahead 0-2. Fastball at 97. Jarvis nearly came out of his cleats trying to get around on that one. The 0-2. Ground ball gets by a diving Thompson, who was shaded towards second base. That'll be the 3rd hit of the inning. Jarvis now with his 2nd hit of the night. And the top of the third continues with 2 outs on the board. And Alabama already plating 4 runs.
Yeah, all with 2 outs. Ty Floyd actually retired the first 2 hitters of this inning.
Yep. Pinckney, along with Williamson, retired quickly. And that's going to bring Jay Johnson out. And that'll be all for Ty Floyd here in the top of the 3rd inning. So Alabama, who plated 4 runs on 4 hits in the top of the 9th last night, wasting little time here. 2 in the top of the 1st and 4 runs on 3 hits here in the top of the 3rd. They lead 6-1. Tigers make a pitching change, powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana. Back after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Tiger fans, with awesome John Deere deals by Sunshine, you'll never strike out. Ask us about tractor packages with 0% financing available. When you're looking for excellent products to help you get the job done, look no further than Sunshine Quality Solutions. Learn more at sunequip.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer ends May 28, 2023.
Albertsons is making shopping and saving easier than ever. Just For You deals is now Albertsons For You. It's everything you love about Just For You with all new perks. Get rewarded for just being you, including personalized deals, a free item every month, and even a treat on your birthday. With Albertsons For You, you earn points every time you shop and redeem them for discounts on groceries and more. Brand new Albertsons For You members receive $5 off their next $25 or more purchase just for signing up. Download the Albertsons app or simply update your existing mobile app to see your all new, all awesome perks. Albertsons, fresh foods, local flavors. Support your LSU Tigers with Hancock Whitney, the official bank of LSU athletics. From game day to the offseason, Hancock Whitney LSU credit and debit cards are a big win for any Tiger fan. Want to get your paws on these cards? Well, apply online or visit HancockWhitney.com/LSU. Hancock Whitney Bank, member FDIC. All accounts subject to credit approval. Terms and conditions may apply.
The powerhouse of college baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Back here at the box, Alabama here in game 2, leading 6-1, top of the third inning. Still a lot of baseball left to be played. Ty Floyd leaves the game. They will bring in Sam Dutton. Dutton now trying to find that elusive third out after Ty Floyd retired the first 2 batters, but then since then 4 runs on 3 hits.
This will be the 11th time out for Sammy Dutton. He has worked 11 1/3 innings this year, allowed 18 hits, 8 runs. They've all been earned. He has 12 punch-outs and 3 walks.
Dutton, the right-hander, looks at the runner at second, now fires, and it swung on and sent foul off the bat of Seidel, who had a double and scored in the first inning. Fly ball out to left field in the second. And again, Jay Johnson said it earlier in the week. This is a very good hitting Alabama team. Showing it more so here tonight.
Nice pitch.
That one a called strike to Seidel to make it 0-2 than maybe we saw for the majority of the game last night. Of course, some of that had to do with Paul Skeens on the mound. He tends to do that to a lot of teams. First and second, 2 outs. The 0-2 pitch outside. Seidel not going after that one, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. The wind staying pretty brisk, blowing left to right. As Dutton looks to second with 2 down, runners first and second. Here's the 1-2. In on the hands, a little flare down the line at third. Thompson coming over in shallow left field, and the shortstop has it for out number 3. But Alabama extends their lead. They came into the inning leading 2-1. They got 4 runs on 3 hits. They leave 2 men on. They now lead 6-1. Bottom of the third coming up. Tigers have Jones, Dugas, and Morgan on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Wake up and text. Text and eat. Text and meet up with a friend you haven't seen in forever.
Hi.
Oh, hey. Text and complain that they're on their phone the whole time. Text and listen to them complain that you're on your phone the whole time. Text and whatever. But when you get behind the wheel, give your phone to a passenger. Put it in the glove box. Just don't text and drive. Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
We always picture the SEC student athlete for their speed, their vertical, their agility, but it's time we picture them for more. For their campus voice, their community outreach, and for the simple fact that 20 years later, they're still someone's pride and joy. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
Hi, we're the Goo Goo Dolls. We're fortunate that our daughters have what they need to grow and learn. But that isn't the case for nearly 13 million kids in the U.S. that struggle with hunger.
Childhood hunger is a heartbreaking reality that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste and provides it to families and children in need.
You can help kids in need in your community by visiting feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Back to the action of LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Jared Jones comes to the plate, batting for the first time tonight. Moved down in the lineup to the 9 spot. He'll stand in. McMillan, first pitch, ground ball towards third. Soft roller. Shelton will pick it up, throw to first in time. 1 pitch and 1 out. Jones retired 5-3. Alabama leading 6-1. While we have a moment, let's pause 10 seconds. Station identification on this, the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Your home for LSU Fighting Tiger baseball. The LSU Sports Radio Network and streaming on the LSU Sports mobile app.
Gavin Dugas stands in. Bats for the second time tonight. He grounded out to the shortstop, Jim Jarvis, first time up in the first inning. First delivery from McMillan, a called strike. McMillan working quickly, 15 on the pitch clock. And it's a check swing and a foul down the first base line. Dugas got contact with the bat, kind of stood there for a moment, and then the ball started rolling up the first base line. And luckily for him, it rolls to the right. It is 0-2 now the count. Along with our producer, Alondra Villarreal, Tiger champ Doug Thompson, I'm Chris Blair, and happy to be along with you on this Saturday evening, game 2 of this series. The 0-2 to Dugas, going to hit him. Dugas will head to first base. So with one out, the Tigers have a runner aboard. That'll be number 93.
No, 4.
94?
Yeah, didn't Thompson get hit by a pitch last inning?
That's right.
94, 125 last year, right? That was the all-time LSU record. I need to go ask again what the national record is. I felt like it was like 138 or something like that.
We'll see Trey Morgan flat out to center field, his first time up. One out, runner at first. Tigers down by 5 runs. Pitch from McMillan high for ball 1. McMillan 2 1/3, 1 hit given up, 1 run it was earned, 1 walk, 1 strikeout so far. Right-hander looks over to first. Now the 1-0. Comes in low for ball 2, off speed. 2-0 the count to Trey Morgan.
McMillan's pitch count, something you want to keep your eye on. He's up to 44 now, but remember, he's only got 10 innings on the year. He's been slowly coming back from an injury.
Pitch on the inside, misses. That'll make it 3 balls, no strikes to Trey Morgan. Yeah, preseason shoulder injury put him on the shelf for most of this year, so you have to imagine he's being ramped up as he gets to full strength. There's a strike on the outside corner to make it 3-1 now to Morgan, so he'll step out, regrip the bat, dig back in. 1 out, runner at first. Tigers down 6-1. 3-1 pitch to Morgan. Big swing, but just missed it, sends it back foul. 3-2.
Yeah, 47 pitches, 28 strikes.
Here's the payoff pitch. And a line drive, base hit into left center field. Dugas around second. He'll stop there. But Morgan with his first single of the night. The Tigers with a runner in scoring position. First and second, 1 down, and Dylan Cruz coming to the plate. And a ground out to Shelton, the third baseman, his first at bat.
Yeah, but he hit it hard, though. It looked like he was really seeing it well. Hopefully we get a good at bat here from him.
McMillan's first pitch. Breaking ball. Called strike at the knees. That looked like the catcher, Temez, had to go all the way down near the dish to make the grab. 0-1 to Cruz. Dugas at second. Morgan at first. The 0-1 pitch. A strike.
Oh, wait a minute.
Fastball, they'll say, at the knees. It's 0-2.
That looked away to me.
So Cruz down in the count, 0-2. The pitch. Foul back into the screen. Interesting. Challenged him with a fastball that just was up in the zone.
Try to get him maybe guessing a little bit there. By the way, every game now has gone final around the league.
Another 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball in the dirt. Blocked up by Temez. Dugas gave it a look, but he'll stay put at second base. By the way, just got the report. Record hit by a pitch, 152 by Delaware State in 2012. They played 58 games. The 1-2. This fastball does miss off the plate. 2-2.
152. I don't know that 50 more times. Got 16 more regular season games. Is that right? 15 now. That one's fouled straight back. Cruz stays alive. So say we have 15. Got about, say we have 25 more games left.
That's how difficult it is for you and I up here to
through 41.
Crunch the numbers.
No, through 41, they've got 94. So if we have 25 games left, that one's hit high in the air to right field.
Coming over is Pinckney near the line and right, and he will make the grab. Dugas going to tag up, and the throw to third up the line and gets away from Shelton. But good job backing up by the pitcher McMillan. And that will keep Dugas at third base. So with the second out of the inning, both runners advance after the throw got away from Shelton. Morgan scooted on into second. So with runners second and third and 2 out, it'll be up to Tommy White. Trying to get some runs in here as LSU trails 6-1. White with a solo home run last night. Waits on the first pitch and absolutely unleashes a swing, but misses the baseball. It's 0-1. White 14 homers, 14 doubles as well. The 0-1 way out. Wow. Tamez sliding over and just falling on the baseball to keep it in front of him. An excellent job.
Yeah, that one was in the far right side of the right or the left-handed batter's box. That was extremely athletic for Tamez to come out of his squat there and get in front of that ball.
The 1-1. White swings in the air to right field. Pinckney going over near the line and making a leap into the crowd. Pinckney goes into the crowd in the front row and did not make the grab. That was close.
Okay. That was an unbelievable effort. That deserves an ovation. Wow. We've never seen anybody go clean over the wall for one. That was.
Yeah, he disappeared into the fans.
Holy smokes.
He went up and got it with the glove, and I guess on his way down into the second row, couldn't come up with it, and Tiger fans quickly pick up the baseball and say he doesn't have it.
I think he had to make a decision for his life or to hold on to the ball there. What an effort by Pinckney.
The 1-2 misses upstairs to Tommy White. That'll even the count 2-2. We get a little bit of the sun here as the sunset hour is approaching. Shining off the facade of Tiger Stadium in the distance. 2 outs, runners second and third. McMillan, 2-2 pitch to White off the end of the bat, foul. Still 2-2. Yeah, when you see Pinckney go up, he starts to go over into the seats. You see the ball in the glove. Just could not hang on, but a heck of an effort. 2-2. White swings again. This one high and deep to right field. This time Pinckney runs into the wall, and Tommy tanks a 3-run bomb.
What a bat. 15th homer of the year for Tommy Banks. And once again out to that right field diamond deck. Traveled 375 feet. Came off the bat right at 100 miles an hour. And wow, that was one heck of an at-bat. He bowed off the curveball right before that in the screen. The ball down the line to Pinckney. That's about as good as it gets there from the Tigers' 4-hole hitter.
Makes it a 2-run game now, 6-4. 2 outs here in the bottom of the third as Beloso stands in. The first pitch a strike at the knees. Go ahead and put the extreme shift on again. 3 infielders to the right of second base as this pitch on the hands misses, evens it up 1-1. McMillan gives up the home run, just his second given up on the year as Beloso swings, skies this one. Foul territory right side. Williamson coming over, but it will find its way about 12 rows into the seats, out of play to make it 1-2.
We've got dark skies. We've got sunlight now out in right field.
One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Beloso at the plate. McMillan's pitch. Opposite field, lifts this one, shallow left field, gonna drop down, foul, just left to the line.
The third baseman's playing shortstop basically, so You know, if that gets down, that might have been a double.
Yeah,
because it would have taken him forever to get over there. The shortstop is played to the right of second base, a solid 10 yards. And the second baseman's out there in shallow right field. The extreme shift.
So with 2 outs, 1-2 count. McMillan again fires. Peloso fouls this one off to the backstop. Still 1-2. Things heating up for the Tigers on the field, but fans, whenever you're ready to cool it down, count on slow melt ice, colder, cleaner, and longer lasting since 1997. Another 1-2 pitch, and this one trying to come to us, foul. The screen will catch it, and it still remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. The Tigers 3 runs here on a 3-run blast from Tommy White, opposite field to right. The 1-2. Again, hit in the air, but foul out of play off the bat of Beloso. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes as Cade now battling with McMillan.
I don't think it's even debatable at this point, partner. They are seeing it much better the second time through against McMillan, who is now up to 70 pitches in the game.
1-2, short of the plate. That'll make it 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Beloso. That's one heck of a bat here. Not only driving the pitch count up, but trying to force McMillan to give him a pitch he can work with.
Didn't he start this inning with like 44 is what we were talking about?
Yep.
Wow. Looking at a 30-pitch inning here.
Another 2-2 delivery. And this one misses ball 3. It now will fill the count.
You know, and with a kid coming back from an injury, you know, when you start getting up to 30-something pitches in 1 inning, there's some concern there. I wonder if this will be the last at bat for him if Beloso is able to find his way.
3-2, slapped, ground ball, 1 hopper. Again, Johnson playing deep in right field at second base, throws to first to Williamson in time. That time the shift worked perfectly for Alabama, but LSU gets it closer. 3 runs on 2 hits, 1 error committed by the Tide. Alabama now leads 6-4. We got a ball game here on Saturday night. Top of the 4th coming up after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Now batting in the cleanup position, Jenny King, the king of clean.
Tiger fans, Janney King is a proud partner of LSU Athletics and even more proud to provide you, the players, and every fan that comes to a game here with a healthy stadium that has been cleaned by our team of professionals. Let us clean and disinfect your business. Go to JannyKingCleans.com now. That's JannyKingCleans.com.
Janney King, the king of clean.
When you're done listening to the Tigers take another victory, the rest of the city will be waiting. After all, there's a lot more to Baton Rouge than just Saturday nights. From famous historic landmarks to iconic hole-in-the-walls, even some of the world's best blues joints, there's something special around every corner. But these foodie flavors and soulful sounds are just a sample of what Baton Rouge has to offer. Whatever you're into, it's all right here. Go to visitbatonrouge.com and start putting together your post-game playbook.
Southern Air Heating and Cooling is proud to be an official sponsor of LSU Athletics. Their team of AC professionals have been serving the comfort needs of the people of Louisiana for over 25 years. Much like the fans of the Tigers, our commitment to Tiger Athletics and providing great service remains as strong as ever. Southern Air Heating and Cooling. Go Tigers!
LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Alabama coming to the plate. They now lead 6-4. LSU able to add 1 in the bottom of the second, get 3 more in the bottom of the third. 2-run lead for Alabama as Pinckney leads it off, and a breaking ball from Sam Dutton on the outside corner called strike 0-1. Pinckney aboard on an error back in the first inning, and then popped out to Jordan Thompson at short in the third. First time he had been retired so far this weekend. Here's a ground ball foul down the third baseline, and he falls behind in the count to Sam Dutton, 0-2.
Javen Coleman has started to toss down in the LSU bullpen. Good to see him back in action.
The 0-2 pitch just missed high at the letters. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Pinckney.
Sammy Dutton on for his second inning of work. Came on to record the final out of that endless third inning.
Here's the 1-2. Hit in the air, right center field. Cruz going back. Joe Bear going back, and this one again catching the jet stream, and Pinckney with his second home run of the series, a solo shot. That'll make it 7-4. Second leadoff homer by the Tide in tonight's game 2. Jarvis did it in the first. Pinckney does it here in the top of the 4th.
Yeah, this is a breaking ball, literally belt high. Got to get that one down. Cannot leave that one over the strike zone. A mistake from Dutton. The Tide scratch one back.
That'll bring Drew Williamson 0 for 2 tonight. It's time called. Travinski going to go out and visit with Dutton. Fans coming up Monday night back in TJ Ribs for the Jay Johnson Show, 6 to 7 p.m. Invite you out. Jay will be there talking on the very latest of LSU Fighting Tiger baseball. If you can't join us at TJ Ribs, you can tune in all across the LSU Sports Radio Network, including Eagle 98.1 FM here in Baton Rouge, and of course on the LSU Sports mobile app, streaming live. So a quick meeting. Travinski back behind the plate. Williamson stands in, a left-handed hitter. First delivery, Dutton fires, and there's a strike at the knees to make it 0-1. Williamson, of course, last night also in the cleanup spot. Alabama did not change the lineup at all from game 1 to game 2. He went 1 for 5 at the plate. So making 1 for 7 so far in the series. And there's a strike from Dutton, gets him ahead 0-2.
Got to miss outside the strike zone here.
See the 0-2 offering from Dutton. Hammered to center field. Cruz coming over on the run, and Dillon there in time for out number 1. Sharply hit, but right at Cruz. There's one away. We'll see Dominic Temez, who had a double in the first to drive in a run. Board on a walk in the third, came around to score. Temez also, much like Williamson last night, a couple of hits. He went 2 for 5. Had one late there in the top of the 9th inning to drive in a run. 1 of 4 they scored as that breaking ball misses for ball 1. Doug, you made mention of it before last night's opening game of the series, as this 1-0 breaking ball misses from Dutton, make it 2 balls, no strikes. That while Alabama came in this weekend 9-9, they were near the top of the SEC when it comes to hitting the baseball.
Yep, hitting .308 as a team overall, not in league play. They were 6th or 7th in SEC play.
Pitch from Dutton skips the dish. It's now 3 balls, no strike to the Alabama catcher. Three 3-0 the count. 1 out, nobody on. Breaking ball, a strike as Temez almost tossed his bat, and that one slowly curved its way to the strike zone. Temez had already turned his back, was about to toss the bat when it was a called strike. It's 3-1.
Lefty on deck. Don't be surprised if Javen Coleman comes in after this at bat.
There's a strike to fill the count now, 3-2. A breaking pitch from Dutton. Coleman we saw in relief last week against Ole Miss. And got the start, pitched fine in 1 inning in his return against UL Lafayette. This one fouled back. Close to being possibly ball 4, a little up, but Temez not taking any chances. Swings, fouls it off. It's 3-2. Dutton looks in. Another payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Temez upset with himself. Couldn't find that one. Dutton heats it up a little bit. Picks up the strikeout. His first Superone Food strikeout of the game. Now 2 gone. And we'll see Colby Shelton. And Doug may be right. Jay Johnson, slow walk out to the mound. We may see Javen Coleman, the left-hander, coming in. This would look to be a move made by the Tigers skipper here with 2 outs. His team down 7-4 after a solo home run here in the top of the 4th inning for Andrew Pinckney.
Yeah, you got to go to Coleman here, I think. Lefty-lefty matchup. He has not yet made the call, but Coleman is waiting anxiously, and here he comes.
So Coleman on his way in. A pitching change powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana. 2 outs, top of the 4th. Alabama leading 7-4. Give you Coleman's numbers and get back to action after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
It's good to be able to make a change, to never feel stuck. That's why at Cox, we're making a change too. Now Cox Internet plans are flexible, so you can choose to just go with Internet, add TV tomorrow, or home automation down the line. It's easier than ever to get just what you want and nothing you don't. Flexible plans from Cox. Change anytime. No commitments, no penalties. See for yourself at cox.com/internet. Additional services can be added at then current regular rates. All services subject to residential customer service agreement and acceptable use policy. Restrictions apply.
Southern Air Heating and Cooling is proud to be an official sponsor of LSU Athletics. Their team of AC professionals have been serving the comfort needs of the people of Louisiana for over 25 years. Much like the fans of the Tigers, our commitment to Tiger athletics and providing great service remains as strong as ever. Southern Air Heating and Cooling. Go Tigers!
Hey, Tiger fans, don't miss out on the latest John Deere deals from Sunshine. Ask us about tractor packages with 0% financing available. From Alex Box Stadium to your own backyard, the grass is always greener behind the wheel of a John Deere. Learn more at sunequip.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer ends May 28, 2023.
LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
David Coleman enters the game for LSU on the mound. His team down 7-4 to Alabama. He'll replace Sam Dutton, who came in to relieve Ty Floyd, who started the game. Alabama 2 runs in the top of the first. LSU would make it 2-1 after 2 innings. And then a 4-run spot in the top of the third. One more by Alabama here in the top of the 4th inning. It's 7-4. As Coleman's first delivery to Shelton missed low, they say, for ball 1.
This is only the 3rd time out for Javen Coleman. He's worked 3 innings, allowed 3 hits, 3 runs. He has a walk and 3 strikeouts.
1-0 pitch. There's a strike right at the knees. It's 1-1. Lefty on lefty matchup, as Doug told you. Shelton, the third baseman, at the plate. 1-1 ground ball foul, first base side. Gets Coleman ahead 1-2. Shelton tonight a strikeout victim to Floyd in the first. Born on a walk in the third, came around to score in that 4-run inning. Coleman looks in. The 1-2 pitch missed outside and low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The Tigers 1 run in the bottom of the second, then a 3-run bomb to right field by Tommy Tanks. Made the game 6-4, but Alabama gets a run back here so far in the top of the 4th inning. 2-2. Just missed the outside corner with that fastball at 95. Perfect pitch, but they say miss for ball 3. And I'll give Shelton credit for not going after it, although there wouldn't be much he could do with it. Payoff pitch outside, ball 4. That'll put Shelton aboard on his second base on balls of the game. And we'll bring Caden Rose, who's 1 for 2 at the plate, center fielder for Alabama.
At the plate for Crimson Tide, center fielder, Caden Rose.
Luke Gavin Dugas, the second baseman for the Tigers. He will certainly shade second base. Thompson deep in the hole at short. Tommy White behind the third base bag. As there's a strike on the inside corner.
That was the same pitch he called a ball. Last at bat. Tigers have walked 5 now this game.
You mentioned it last night. Hard to win games when you have as many free passes as Alabama did in game 1. There's the 0-1. And misses outside, gets out of the mid of Travinski, but not far enough for Shelton to advance. He'll stay at first, 1-1, and that's got to be the story. And Jay Johnson would echo your sentiments, Doug. 5 free passes put you in a tough spot like the Tigers are in currently.
That's it. Have to throw strikes.
2 outs, runner at first. Coleman, the reliever. The 1-1 pitch. High and outside, ball 2, 2-1.
Yeah, and by the way, of the 5 walks, 3 have come around to score. Be a little different game if that weren't the case.
2 balls, 1 strike. Caden Rose awaits. Coleman fires. Rose sends this one high in the air to left field. Morgan, though, tracking it. Plenty of room, and he'll have it for out number 3. 1 run added to their lead on a solo shot, that 1 hit. Off the bat of Pinckney to right field. It's 7-4. Alabama, they lead. Thompson, Travinski, Jobert. 6, 7, 8 due up on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
If you love them enough to turn off your music and pretend like their music is your music.
Ah, this is Mommy's jam.
Then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Let's play it again.
Check today at nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
We always picture the SEC student athlete for their speed, their vertical, their agility, but it's time we picture them for more. For their campus voice, their community outreach, and for the simple fact that 20 years later, they're still someone's pride and joy. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
This is the story of a very special woman. Just a few knew about her superpowers. In a matter of seconds, she turned herself into a great mathematician. She masqueraded as a regular person at work, but as a superhero at home. Everyone knows her as Gabriella. I still call her Mom.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need to help, complete with tips and resources at aarp.org/caregiving. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Back to the action of LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Bottom of the 4th inning, 7-4 Alabama leads. Jordan Thompson batting for the 2nd time tonight will lead things off. Garrett McMillan back out there to start his 4th inning. He's given up 3 hits, 4 runs, all 4 earned, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. First pitch to Thompson misses. Here's the 1-0. Rifle shot to left, but right at the left fielder Seidel. Coming in makes the grab, out number 1. Loud out for Jordan Thompson. That will bring Hayden Travinski, tonight's starting catcher for LSU, to the plate. Hayden hit into a double play back in the 2nd inning, 4-6-3.
McMillan's up to 74 pitches now.
First pitch to Hayden, misses outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Hayden on the year, just his 20th plate appearance. He's batting .316. 1 double, 1 home run. A memorable one at Ole Miss on Sunday.
Oh, man.
1-0 pitch. Missed. No, well, thought it missed low, but eventually our home plate umpire, Joe Harris, called it a strike. It's 1-1. I jumped the gun, as they say. That one at the knees for a strike. Maybe caught the inner half. It's 1-2.
Well, that was a strike.
Yep.
At least.
1-2 pitch and a swing and a miss. Travinski couldn't find that breaking ball, and McMillan, his 2nd punch out of the night. 2 gone, and we'll see Braden Jobert, who was a strikeout victim to McMillan, back in the 2nd inning.
Now, I was thinking about your welfare on that home run. Then I remembered Billy wasn't in the press box. He throws some haymakers when he gets excited. And I figure you can't get much more excited than a 3-run bomb in the top of the 9th to take the lead.
Yeah, he was down in the dugout.
Thank goodness for you, huh?
Yeah. I'm sure he got excited wherever he was standing. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Jobert. Inside and low, ball 2, 2-0.
What were the odds of that? 2 outs, nobody on, down by 2. Jeez.
2 outs, the 2-0. And a swing and a miss. That'll make it 2-1. Jobert swinging for the fences. Batting .287 on the year. And even .300 in SEC play coming into tonight's game. 2-1 off speed. Another swing and a miss. Again, has that dropping action with the breaking ball. Jobert going after it right over the top of the baseball. 2-2. This one gets loose from McMillan, misses high. That'll fill the count now. 3 balls, 2 strikes as Alabama. Doug mentioned that pitch count again on a guy who had a shoulder injury preseason. They've got some action in the bullpen. There's a swing and a miss. Jobert down on strikes for the 2nd time, and that'll end it for LSU. No runs, no hits, nobody on base. We have played 4 here at the box. 7-4 Alabama leads. Back after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hi, I'm Kevin Falk, LSU Hall of Famer. My years at LSU were amazing. I've always loved celebrating with my teammates, especially when someone was serving up some delicious Manda salsa. For a lot of Tiger fans, it's just not game day without Manda in the mix. Serving top quality sausage and original seasoning is Manda's strong side. But it's not Manda's flavor that's always got me running back for more. You get it, running back for more. After 75 years, the flavor still says it all. Manda Fine Meats, the official smoke sauce of LSU Athletics.
Together, we are partners, setting a new standard for health. Together, we prove that no matter how battle-tested we are, our spirit remains undefeated. Our Lady of the Lake and LSU are creating transformational change and impacting Louisiana with a new standard for healthcare, research, and education. Together, Our Lady of the Lake and LSU are champions for Louisiana. Together, we roar. Learn more at ololrmc.com/LSU. NIL is dominating the college sports scene, and LSU has positioned itself at the front of the pack. But to remain competitive and stay ahead of the rest, we need your support. Bayou Traditions is the official NIL collective of LSU Athletics. Join the tradition and become a member by signing up online at BayouTraditionsCollective.com. Members receive exclusive access to LSU student athletes that you can't get anywhere else. Help ensure LSU remains a leader in the NIL arena. Sign up today at BayouTraditionsCollective.com.
The powerhouse of college baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Top of the 5th inning coming your way. Alabama coming to the plate. They lead your Tigers 7-4. LSU made it a 2-run game at the end of 3, but Alabama, Pinckney with a solo home run in the top of the 4th, able to extend the lead. Leading things off will be Jackson West, the DH. Batting for the 3rd time tonight. Flied out to left field first time up. Aboard on a walk and scored in that 3rd inning. Where the Tide plated 4 runs. First pitch missing from Coleman, 1-0. The 1-0 delivery. This one sent back foul. Evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Fans just like the winning lineup. Cintas has the all-star services for all your business needs. Everything from uniforms to kitchens and restroom solutions. Get ready for the workday with Cintas. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch to Jackson West. And on the hands, that'll miss for ball 2, 2-1.
Got to have a quick, uneventful inning here. Can't allow them to put any more runs on the board. They've scored in 3 of the first 4.
2-1 pitch. Foul back towards us. Catches the screen. That'll move the count 2-2.
There is a right-hander warming up down in that Alabama bullpen. I wonder if we will see McMillan back out for another inning.
2-2.
Yes,
Called
sir.
strike 3 with a breaking ball. That time backing out of the box was West. Javen Coleman perfectly placed on the curve, and that will result in out number 1 and give him his first Super 1 food strikeout of the night. Riley Quick, the right-hander, throwing down in the bullpen for Alabama. As now we'll see Ed Johnson, the number 9 hitter in the order. 1 for 2 on the night. First pitch a strike just above the belt. 0-1 the count. Johnson popped out to Thompson in the 2nd inning at shortstop, then had a single driving in 2 runs in that 3rd. The 0-1 sent back foul. Coleman ahead in the count, 0-2. Alabama tonight, 7 runs, 7 hits. 1 error in the field. LSU 4 runs, 3 hits, also 1 error. The 0-2 delivery. Called strike 3 on the inside corner. Coleman back-to-back Ks. Second Super One Food strikeout. Johnson retired, now top of the order. And Jim Jarvis, who's 2 for 2 tonight, has reached base all 3 times. Solo home run to start the game to make it 1-0. A walk in the second, left stranded, and a single in the third, left stranded at first base.
Pretty quick and uneventful so far. 1 more.
Coleman trying to stay in the groove. First delivery misses a tad high, 1-0.
Coleman's got some life on that fastball tonight. We've seen it up to 95 so far. That was at 93.
Jarvis, the left-handed hitter, waits on the 1-0. That one at the belt for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Coleman takes his time. Starts the wind with 8 on the pitch clock. Fires, and it's popped up foul. Behind the plate, Travinski going to give it a look, but it will catch the overhang. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Jarvis.
Let's go, Javen. 1 pitch away.
The 1-2 delivery from Coleman. Outside corner, called strike 3. A little bit of drama there from home plate umpire Joe Harris, but you could see him step back. Coleman started his way towards the dugout, and a great job by Coleman to strike out the side. It's 3 up, 3 down for Alabama there in the top of the 5th inning. Still they lead 7-4. They'll have Jones, Dugas, and Morgan due up for the Tigers when we return on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hub International is Louisiana's premier employee benefits and commercial insurance brokerage. Hub can insure just about any risk that your business faces. Did you know Hub even insured the bonuses for our football coaches in 2022? Hub specializes in the construction, healthcare, real estate, and hospitality industries. Chances are you're probably already doing business with someone who does business with Hub. Turn to the agency that the Tigers, Saints, and Pelicans choose. Hub International. Visit them today at hubinternational.com.
Louisiana Lottery's Top 5 Hits. First up, Hit $100. This game is loaded with $100 prizes. Next, climbing the chart is Hit $200 with $200 prizes. Holding steady is Hit $300 with lots of $300 prizes. A hard act to follow, Hit $500 full of $500 prizes. And rocking its way to the top of the chart is Hit $5,000 loaded with $5,000 prizes.
Spin your Hit today and play the Hit family of games from the lottery. Must be at least 21 to purchase.
And we're back with breaking news. Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for any Coke fan, so make sure you... Jim. Jim. We're on the air.
Ooh, yes, this tastes like the best Coke ever to me. Your thoughts, Jen?
Well, can I have a sip?
Jen, we're in the middle of reporting the news.
I need to try it first.
LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Jared Jones leads it off for the Tigers here in the bottom of the 5th. First pitch, a little slow bouncer to third. Coming in and making the play is Shelton. Throws to first in time for out number 1. So Jones retired. As Riley Quick, as expected, comes in, takes over for Alabama. On the mound for Garrett McMillan. Senior right-hander finished up for the night. Went 4 innings, 3 hits, 4 runs, all 4 earned, 1 walk, and 3 strikeouts. As we'll see Gavin Dugas back atop the order, come to the plate. Dugas tonight hit by a pitch last time in the 3rd. He grounded out to the shortstop Jarvis, his first time up in the bottom of the 1st inning. Quick delivers and it misses outside. Now Quick lead 2-0. Quick, a 2.89 ERA. He's 1-1 on the year, making his 14th appearance, all out of the bullpen for Alabama. The 2-0. Fouled back off the bat of Dugas. Moves the count 2 balls and 1 strike. Quick with 18 2/3 innings worth of work, 17 hits, 6 runs, all 6 earned, 16 walks to 23 strikeouts. A 2-1 misses low and outside. That'll make it 3-1 now to Gavin Dugas. Team's batting .239 off of Quick this season. His 7th appearance in SEC play as Dugas absolutely hammers this one down the line, but foul into the seats. That'll fill the count 3-2. Trey Morgan on deck. There's 1 out. Tigers down 7-4 here to Alabama in game 2. Quick looks in, gets the sign from Tamez. Now he will wind the 3-2 pitch, and Dugas skies this one to right field. Pinckney coming over once again near the line and in fair territory will make the grab for out number 2. So Dugas retired, and we'll have Trey Morgan coming to the plate. Trey flied out to center in the first, had a base hit and scored in that 3rd inning off the home run from Tommy White, and the Tigers made it a 6-4 ball game. Now 7-4. First pitch to Morgan. It's a strike. Across the plate, 0-1. Morgan batting .322 on the year. Riley Quick winds the 0-1 pitch. They'll call a strike at the knees. Morgan a little surprised. LSU fans don't like it, but it's 0-2. Morgan last night 2 for 3 with a run scored and a run driven in. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Stays away and it misses outside. It'll make it 1-2. That fastball from Quick, anywhere from 93 to 95 miles an hour. Make him touch 96. Hard throwing right-hander with the 1-2. That one does miss low as Morgan spins away. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Riley Quick ready to work. The 2-2 pitch to Morgan. Ground ball towards second, right at Johnson. He'll scoop it up, throw to first in time for out number 3. So the Tigers go quickly 1-2-3 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. They trail Alabama 7-4. We head to the top of the 6th after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
We mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Are you a homeowner looking to keep your home cool while saving money? Perhaps you're an HVAC contractor who wants to offer customers more efficient, more consistent home comfort. Luxair is the name to know for unmistakably efficient and reliable home cooling, and great business building programs for contractors too. Contact your Luxair dealer to find out more. Or if you're a contractor, visit solarsupplyluxair.com to learn about working with Luxair.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
We mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Straddling the mighty Mississippi between Baton Rouge and New Orleans, Ascension Parish is Louisiana's sweet spot for a perfect weekend stopover, shop-over stay. Shop at Tanger Outlet's 60-plus designer and brand name stores. Tour fabulous Homa's House, Mansion, and Gardens. Visit Sugar-Filled Spirits Distillery, known for its unique spirits, wines, and ciders made from real local ingredients and flavors, or so many other interesting nearby attractions. Just a half hour east of Baton Rouge's Tiger Stadium and 1 hour west of New Orleans. Ascension Parish, your Baton Rouge to New Orleans stopover, shop-over spot. For more info, check out visit LASweetspot.com.
Back to the action of LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Top of the 6th inning, Alabama leading 7-4 here in game 2 of this series. Tigers win last night by a final of 8-6. Tommy Seidel to lead it off for the Crimson Tide, and the first pitch from Coleman. Fastball fouled off the bat of Seidel into the screen. It's 0-1. Fans, visit your local Kubota dealer. See why Kubota, the #1 rated reliable tractor under 100 horsepower in the US of A. Swing and a miss by Seidel on a breaking ball that dropped down. It's 0-2. Just visit LSUKubotaDealers.com for your nearest Kubota dealer. Test drive a Kubota today. Coleman's 0-2 delivery. Missed upstairs, 1-2.
Javen Coleman, not only with a strikeout to the side last time out, but all three looking.
A little filthy from Coleman there on the top of the 5th. The 1-2 just misses Seidel, too far inside, make it 2 balls, 2 strikes.
That glove's also pretty filthy. Baby blue.
Baby blue Marucci glove there. There's the 2-2 way upstairs. That'll fill the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes as Travinsky reached up.
About him, and now he's struggling to find the strike zone.
So I thought you were coming over to my side, but nothing we say affects the guys
I'll never
on the
believe
field.
that.
Oh. Payoff pitch. Swung on and fouled out of play. Keeps the count 3-2. Tiger fans, get ready to taste victory with a Victory Grill from Barbecue Guys. Just get your Victory Grill today and become a backyard barbecue champ. Only at bbqguys.com. Coleman set to deliver another payoff pitch. Seidel awaits, and the pitch is inside, ball 4. So Alabama gets the leadoff man aboard. That'll bring Andrew Pinckney, who has had a great weekend so far.
Yeah.
6 for 8.
Again. 6 for 8 with 2 taters, 4 RBIs. Pretty good. And almost made the player of the year on that foul ball by Tommy White. Thank goodness that ball didn't stay in his glove, because you could take another 3 runs off the board for the Tigers if it would have.
First pitch from Coleman, a big swing, sends it back foul. Just missed that fastball from Coleman, and it's 0-1. We talk a lot about a player in the field makes a great play, comes up to bat the next inning, and then has a incredible plate appearance. Even though he didn't make the play, I got to believe adrenaline had something to do when he came back up and hit that home run to right. Here's the 0-1. He got a big applause from Tiger fans who appreciated the effort. Going sailing into the seats over the wall in right field. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner at first, nobody out. Coleman's pitch to the plate. Outside and high, 2-1.
They kind of try to guide that one in there. With the off speed, you got to throw it the same way you throw your fastball. What makes it slower or spin is the grip that you have.
Blake Money tossing for the Tigers down in the bullpen now. Coleman's pitch, swing and a miss. Pinckney almost lost his footing swinging for that one. Fastball hit on the hands, and Pinckney, that front foot, back foot rather, slipped out from under him. He's able to keep his feet as he put everything he had into that one.
And he just missed it too. Got to make a pitch here.
Runner goes, the 2-2, high fastball, swing and a miss. Throw down to second from Travinsky, and in safely with a stolen base is going to be Seidel. But Pinckney retired down on strikes from Coleman. Picks up his 4th Super One Food strikeout, and a big one there for the first out of the inning. Now Alabama gets a runner in scoring position, and that will bring Drew Williamson to the plate, as Jay Johnson, I think, coming out, maybe arguing that
Pinckney might have fallen over the plate a little bit, and it was close. Like if the white line were still there of the batter's box, it would have been much easier to tell on the video, but it was very close to being obstruction. Travinsky did everything he could do. In fact, he put a pretty good throw down there on second base, all things considered.
So that argument falls on deaf ears for Joe Harris, and we're back to action with 1 out. Williamson, the first pitch, a strike at the knees from Coleman. It's 0-1. 7-4, Alabama leading. Led throughout tonight's game thus far. Tigers cut it to 2, but solo home run by Pinckney makes it a 3-run lead. Fouled off into the screen off the bat of Williamson. And again, Coleman ahead, 0-2.
Loving what I'm seeing here from Javen Coleman. Chris, I'm thinking maybe another outing or 2 before he's ready to go out there and grab 4 or 5 innings and a start.
I think you're right. Runner at second. Here's the 0-2 pitch.
Yes, sir.
And that one is a called strike 3. Williamson couldn't decide if he wanted to swing, held the bat back. And Coleman now with his 5th Super One Food strikeout. And that was kind of the plan when you listen Coach Jay Johnson and Wes Johnson, they said, hey, look, it's amazing he's made this recovery coming off surgery a year ago. We thought maybe we'd have him towards the end of this season, just beyond the mid part of this year. There's an intentional walk now to Mez to put runners first and second.
Yeah, I like that, putting the force out in any bag. And, you know, one of the things I noticed, I was with Javen the other day, he has put on some weight, like some good weight. He's been in the weight room working hard. He does not look like the same guy. You know, that freshman year, he was a beanpole. Now he's got some actual mass to him.
That'll bring Shelton to the plate, and the first pitch fouled, a little runner down the third base line. And it's 0-1. Again, Alabama on the intentional walk have runners first and second. Seidel aboard on a walk. Pinckney struck out. Williamson struck out. Tamez intentionally walked. The 0-1 to Shelton. A called strike, and it's 0-2.
Coleman clearly has got something going on. When you have 5 strikeouts and 4 of them are looking, you've got them fooled. You're doing something right. Let's see if he can get number 6 right here. Or 5 right here, excuse me.
2 outs, runners first and second. The 0-2 just missed high, and a good eye by Shelton not to chase.
That was right at the belt. Safe to say we've seen it called a strike before.
Seidel at second, Tamez at first. 2 down, a 1-2 count to Shelton at the plate. Coleman fires. That's a called strike 3. Again, caught looking. Shelton down on strikes. That is the 6th Super One Foods strikeout of the night for Javen Coleman, who is electric here in front of the home crowd. Nothing for Alabama there in the top half of the 6th inning. Tigers still trail 7-4. They'll have 3, 4, and 5 due up. Cruz, White, and Beloso when we return on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hey, hon, what you doing with your phone? Taking pictures?
No, I'm asking it questions.
Like what?
Hey, Bobo, do flowers have best friends?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that. Hey, follow me. I want to show you something. Look, flowers do have best friends.
Whoa.
Some answers can only be found in nature. Discover the unsearchable. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a trail near you. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
We always picture the SEC student athlete for their speed, their vertical, their agility. But it's time we picture them for more. For their campus voice, their community outreach, and for the simple fact that 20 years later, they're still someone's pride and joy. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
The powerhouse of college baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Back here at the box, game 2 of this 3-game series. Alabama leading 7-4. Dylan Cruz to lead it off in the first pitch from Riley Quick. Misses outside. Quick beginning his 2nd inning of work. Again, the starter tonight, Garrett McMillan, coming off the shoulder injury. Didn't know how far he would go, but again, Alabama relying on the bullpen as this pitch from Quick misses outside, and it's 2-0 to Dylan Cruz. Cruz 0 for 2 so far on the night. 2-0 delivery. And a strike at the knees on a fastball at 94 from Quick, and it's 2-1. Dylan in the first 2 at bats got behind in the count 0-2. So still ahead 2-1 here is Quick. Facing Cruz for the first time, delivers. And that one misses low below the knees. That'll be 3-1. Danger zone time now for Riley Quick. By the way, defensive change. Bryce Eblin checks in as the third baseman for Cody Shelton for Alabama. Quick rocks, and we'll begin the windup. The 3-1. Missed upstairs, ball 4. And Dylan Cruz will head to first base. 47th base on balls of the year for the best hitter in college baseball.
All right, this is the inning we tie it up. The leadoff walk always comes around to score. Riley Quick, by the way, 6'6", 260 pounds. That looks like Paul Skeens out there. Fastball sitting in there at 93 to 97 miles an hour.
See Tommy White board on a walk in the second. 3-run bomb in the third. First pitch is like Tommy was still getting settled in there, but it's a called strike and it's 0-1.
That was a heck of a pitch. 83-mile-an-hour slider there for strike one.
Cruz takes a lead off first. Quick's 0-1 pitch. Missed high and outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. And if my eyes don't deceive me, that's 2 breaking balls.
It was back-to-back sliders, and imagine we'll see a couple more of those.
1-1. Look out. Tommy has to dance out of the way. That time came with a fastball, and it's 2 balls, 1 strike.
Yeah, but that fastball really runs into a right-handed hitter.
Quick comes set. Glances over his shoulder to first. Now the 2-1. Mash to right center field off the bat of White. Cruz around second on his way into third. Tommy White gets his second hit of the night. The Tigers threatening now with runners on the corners. Nobody out. And that will bring Cade Beloso to the plate.
Such a good piece of hitting there for Tommy White. Got another slider and kept the hands inside it. Just textbook hitting out to that right center field gap. I could watch him do it all day long.
So deceiving. I've talked about it all year. When you watch him, it almost looks like he's got slow hands, and it's deceiving because he kind of ropes those hands around. But man, is he quick.
It's the opposite, right? He's got lightning fast hands. He and Dylan Cruz, and that's why they're the toughest 3-4 hole tandem in the country, because they keep those hands inside the ball, let it travel so well.
Quick
now
meeting.
Cade Beloso with a big at bat here. Bottom of the 6th inning.
Temez went out to visit with Riley Quick, the Alabama reliever here with nobody out. Runners first and third. Tigers trailing 7-4. Beloso single in the second, grounded out to second base in the third. He's 1 for 2. First pitch off speed, but misses the plate outside. 1-0.
Righty and a lefty warming up. Alton Davis is the left-hander. 6'5" freshman.
1-0 to Beloso. Off speed, this time over the plate, and it's 1-1.
And the right-hander, number 88, Hunter Hoops. Graduate student.
Cruz at third, White at first. 1-1 count to Beloso. Quick fires to the plate. Again, trying to nibble the outside corner, but missing again. We'll move it to 2-1 to Beloso.
Obviously a home run would be great, but you'll take a single through the right side, just like his last at bat. No shift this time.
2-1 pitch. There's a ground ball coming over to second base. Ed Johnson picks
it
up and throws it to second. Mishandled by the shortstop Jarvis, and safe at second base is Tommy White. Dylan Cruz will score. Everybody's safe, nobody out, and it's now 7-5. The Alabama lead cut to 2.
Yeah, bad choice there by the second baseman. When the ball's bringing you toward the right field line, towards first base, especially at the speed that he was moving in that direction, it's really a difficult play to stop, pivot, and make that long throw back to second base. The play right there was to go ahead and get Beloso at first base and just have a runner at second.
Again, if you're just tuning in, it's 7-5. Alabama leads by 2. Brad Bohannon, head coach for Alabama, tossed out of the game in the top of the, or rather bottom of the second inning. So for all practical purposes, Jason Jackson, the pitching coach, kind of handling both duties now, and he'll come out, bring the infield in, talk to Riley Quick, the pitcher. Again, as Doug told you, they've got double barrel action for the tie down in the bullpen, but this looks more like a strategy meeting here with runners first and second, nobody out, and indeed he will leave the mound with Riley Quick having the baseball in his hands. That will bring Jordan Thompson to the plate here.
Well, the lefty is cooking right now. He's boiling. The righty's just playing catch. But the lefty looks like he's trying to get ready to enter the game. If I had to guess, they're probably marking him for Joe Bear, he's in the hole right now.
Nobody out. Runners first and second. Thompson, a ground ball, and it's foul down the third base line. Playing in was Eblin. Well in front of the third base bag at the infield grass, but he'll dive for it. But nonetheless foul, and it's 0-1 to Jordan Thompson. Thompson was at the plate. Fouled a pitch straight up behind home plate. It caught the screen. The ball was caught by Temez. They thought it was out number one. Brad Bohannon challenged. The challenge he lost and then got tossed from the game, arguing with home plate umpire Joe Harris as this pitch misses for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike.
That's when you had Eric Lane in the booth. You know, Eric was quite the catcher coming up. Played at Tulane, even some minor league ball. Do you have any insight on that pop up behind the plate?
He actually said he didn't see it. I asked him for that very reason, as this one's fouled off by Thompson. He was sitting in the high top here, so it was kind of hard to see where it hit the screen. But then he saw the replay and said Temez came all the way to the wall looking for it and then had to back up to the U on LSU. That tells me it hit the screen. So he had it. Runners first and second. Here's the 1-2 to Thompson. Reaches out with a bat, sends it to shallow center field. On the horse is Rose. And the Alabama center fielder able to get there in time for the out. First out of the inning. And we'll bring up Hayden Travinski.
Well, he's already hit a big 3-run home run less than a week ago. Can he do it again? We'll know here in a minute after this pitching change, it looks like.
Yep, this time another trip out for Jason Jackson. They'll be making a change here with Travinski coming to the plate. 1 out, 7-5. Alabama leads. LSU threatening. Runners first and second. We'll return after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Tiger fans, with awesome John Deere deals by Sunshine, you'll never strike out. Ask us about tractor packages with 0% financing available. When you're looking for excellent products to help you get the job done, look no further than Sunshine Quality Solutions. Learn more at sunequip.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer ends May 28, 2023.
It takes true grit to wake up every morning dedicated to a higher standard of work. At H&E Equipment Services, we're leveraging our national fleet of equipment with a local approach, working closely with customers to understand their needs and provide them reliability, fair prices, and the support of a first-class service team. We're an equipment company, run by equipment people. Where others stop, we continue. H&E Equipment Services, the higher standard in equipment rentals, sales, parts, and service.
Louisiana Lottery's Top 5 Hits. First up, hit $100. This game is loaded with $100 prizes. Next, climbing the chart is hit $200 with $200 prizes. Holding steady is hit $300 with lots of $300 prizes. A hard act to follow, hit $500 full of $500 prizes. And rocking its way to the top of the chart is hit $5,000 loaded with $5,000 prizes.
Spin your hit today and play the Hit family of games from the lottery. Must be at least 21 to purchase.
Back to the action of LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Alabama once again makes a call to the bullpen. This will be the third pitcher of the night. As Alton Davis takes over on the mound, LSU down by 2 runs, 7-5. Trying to climb back in this one, get Omo on their side, and so far, so good. They've got 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error committed by Alabama here in the bottom of the 6th inning. So Alton Davis II takes over. It'll be, again, Hayden Travinski at the plate with runners first and second.
Yeah, Alton Davis making his 16th appearance of the year. That is tied for this team's lead.
First pitch, swing and a miss. Low and inside with a fastball from Davis. And it's 0-1 to Hayden Travinski.
Yeah, how about a 97-mile-an-hour fastball from the left side? We talked last night that it looked like Brad Bohannon was sending out the bottom of his pitching staff throughout that game against Paul Skeens, and there's a breaking ball for a beautiful strike down the middle to Travinski. But we talked about the top end of the bullpen being available tonight. Alton Davis is the top end of the Bama bullpen.
Runners first and second, one out. Travinski behind in the count, 0-2. Davis, the left-hander, fires. This one high in the air, deep to left field. Bye-bye, baseball! 3-run bomb off the bat of Hayden Travinski, his second home run of the year. And the Tigers here in the bottom of the 6th inning take the lead, 8-7. Hey now!
Are you kidding me? Hayden Travinski, 351 feet, 98 miles an hour off the bat, and the Tigers are fired up, baby. Wow. 8-7, Tigers lead it.
Well, we just mentioned the top end of the bullpen coming in, a hard-throwing left-hander, but gave one Travinski could work with, and did he work it?
That was an 0-2 count, wasn't it? That was an 0-2 count.
0-2 count. His home run Sunday was a 1-2 count.
Hayden Travinski.
Now we'll see a pinch hitter for the Tigers. Ethan Fry, the freshman, will bat for Braden Jobert in the 8th spot. Still just one out. Davis fires a fastball for a strike at 98 miles an hour, and it's 0-1.
And they say it only went 351 feet, but make no mistake about it, there was never a doubt about that one.
The 0-1 swing and a miss. Off speed from Davis. And again, gets ahead, 0-2 to Ethan Fry. This is his 18th plate appearance of the year. Got the start against UL Lafayette. And here's the swing and a miss. And he'll have to run down to first as Temez picks it up, throws to Williamson for good measure. And there are 2 gone. That will bring us to Jared Jones. Jared Jones tonight been aggressive at the plate, Doug, but unfortunately he's only seen 2 pitches and it's resulted in 2 outs.
Yeah, 2 pitches, 2 ground balls to the third baseman. Find me a scarier 9-hole hitter in college baseball today.
First pitch from Davis got loose, barely grabbed by Temez outside for ball 1.
Man, Davis throws hard from that left side, 97 miles an hour again. 6'5" out there.
1-0. Misses low, make it 2 balls, no strikes. So Jones a little more patient, at least in the early at bat here. 2 down, and the Tigers now lead 8-7 thanks to Hayden Travinski's 3-run bomb to left field. The 2-0 check swing, and it fouls towards the first base dugout. 2-1 the count.
I don't know what the odds of Hayden Travinski hitting 2 3-run home runs with 1-2 and 0-2 counts are, but it's not very good.
The 2-1 swing and a miss by Jared Jones. That'll even the count 2-2.
And not, by the way, not just Hayden Travinski, anyone, you know, in the same week.
There'll be a blip on the analytics with that.
Yeah, for sure.
Breaking ball from Davis misses high above the letters to Jones. That's going to fill the count now with 2 down. Shift is on for Alabama. 3 infielders left of second base. Davis, payoff pitch, off speed. They appeal down to first. He did not go around, and it's ball 4. So Jones, patient, disciplined at bat, earns the walk with 2 outs and gets LSU to the top of the order, and Gavin Dugas.
Yeah, and by the way, Dugas, when he was hit by a pitch in that 3rd inning, he extended his reach base streak to 38 games now. And Dylan Cruz, with his walk in the 6th, extended to 42 games every game this year.
First pitch from Davis, low and inside to Dugas. It's 1-0. Gavin 0 for 2 tonight. Ground out. He was hit by a pitch to get aboard in the 3rd and scored. Also a fly ball out to right field in the 5th inning. Davis looks over to first, checks on Jones. Now the 1-0 to Dugas. Off the end of the bat. Roller foul right side. 1 ball and 1 strike. Fans, H&E Equipment Services, the official construction equipment partner of LSU Athletics. For all of your rental needs, call 877-700-RENT or visit herentals.com today. 1 ball, 1 strike, Gavin Dugas. Tigers lead 8-7. Off-speed pitch from Davis way outside. That'll make it 2-1.
Blake Money's up getting loose. Imagine we'll see him start off the 7th inning, but I also see Gavin Guidry starting to move around a little bit.
Davis, the 2-1 pitch. It's a strike on the inside corner, in on the hands. That'll even it up 2-2. Even count. 2 down, runner at first. Alton Davis, the second, fires the breaking ball, lifted in the air to right field. Pinckney going back and shy of the track will make the grab for out number 3. But your Tigers take the lead, their first lead of the night, thanks to Hayden Travinski's 3-run blast to left field. 4 runs on 2 hits, 1 error committed by Alabama. The Tigers lead 1 man on. We head now to the top of the 7th inning. 8-7 LSU on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
When it comes to investing in your home's comfort, it's never just one thing. You want to make sure you get an air-conditioned system that's reliable, affordable, energy efficient, backed by a strong warranty, and is installed by a dealer you can trust. That's why people who insist on the best choose Trane. Plus, right now, Trane is offering special financing. So what's not to love? Visit TraneSouth.com to find a local Trane dealer today. It's hard to stop a Trane. Subject to credit approval. Ask for details.
When you're done listening to the Tigers take another victory, the rest of the city will be waiting. After all, there's a lot more to Baton Rouge than just Saturday night. From famous historic landmarks to iconic hole-in-the-walls, even some of the world's best blues joints, there's something special around every corner. But these foodie flavors and soulful sounds are just a sample of what Baton Rouge has to offer. Whatever you're into, it's all right here. Go to visitbatonrouge.com and start putting together your post-game playbook.
Louisiana Lottery's top 5 hits. First up, hit $100. This game is loaded with $100 prizes. Next, climbing the chart is hit $200 with $200 prizes. Holding steady is hit $300 with lots of $300 prizes. A hard act to follow, hit $500 full of $500 prizes. And rocking its way to the top of the chart is hit $5,000 loaded with $5,000 prizes.
Spin your hit today and play the hit family of games from the lottery. Must be at least 21 to purchase.
LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Alabama here in game 2 got the early lead. LSU cut it 6-4. Alabama got a solo home run from Pinckney, extended the lead 7-4, but then the Tigers striking, plating 4 runs in the bottom of the 6th inning to take an 8-7 lead. Hayden Travinski's 2nd home run of the year. 2nd time he's driven a ball out of the ballpark to left field. 2nd 3-run homer of the year. And the Tigers up 8-7 as Alabama comes to the plate. Blake Money going to take over on the mound for LSU. It'll be Caden Rose to lead it off. 7, 8, and 9 due up for the Crimson Tide. Rose tonight 1 for 3. And a double with an RBI back in the 3rd inning. Also came around to score in that frame.
All right, time for Blake Money to get locked in here.
First pitch for Money on its way, and it misses outside with a fastball at 94. It's 1-0.
Big Blake makes his 11th appearance of the year. And it's with an ERA just over 6. He's worked 19 1/3 so far.
1-0 pitch. Skied in the air a mile high. Left center field. Morgan coming in and Cruz coming in. The wind carrying it towards Dillon, and he'll make the play for out number 1. I love to see Morgan coming in, Cruz coming in, Thompson going out. Yet they all have it the perfect kind of spacing out there, and that was great communication. Eventually, the outfield captain Dylan Cruz makes the play. So Rose retired, 1 down. We'll see Jackson West, the DH. 0 for 2, did get a board on a walk in the 3rd and scored. Pitch to the left-hander. Breaking ball, missed low, 1-0. Tigers have 2, continuing to throw down in the bullpen.
Yeah, it's Gavin Guidry and Riley Cooper down there.
1-0 at the belt, called strike. Nice pitch by Money. It's 1-1.
So Money in those 19 1/3, now 19 2/3 innings has allowed 19 hits, 9 earned runs. He has 23 punch outs and 9 walks.
Here's the 1-1. Did he go around? It missed low. They'll appeal. They say he did. West couldn't hold back on a pitch that dropped off, and it's 1-2.
I really don't think he went. I think that Seth Buckminster down there at third base just thought it was a strike, because it was a strike. I can't believe he even appealed down to third.
1 ball, 2 strikes. With 1 out, Money fires, and just getting a piece as West sends it back into the screen behind the plate. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's not Riley Cooper. That was Nate Ackenhausen down there. Very similar. Well, at least from 200 feet away.
The 1-2, a little tapper, bouncer towards short. Thompson charging in. The throw is in the dirt, but Jared Jones, the freshman, digs it out for out number 2.
So good. The big hop's easy, but that short one that gets right up on you is as tough as they get, and it doesn't get any tougher than that pick right there. What a great job there by the big guy to dig that one out of the dirt.
Jared Jones recruited to LSU to be a catcher, but certainly had played a number of positions coming up in the game of baseball, and really does a great job at first base. With 2 down, that will bring Ed Johnson to the plate. The first pitch he will swing, send it foul towards the seats and right. Out of play, and it's 0-1. Johnson tonight 1 for 3. Drove in 2 runs with a single back in the 3rd. Caught looking last time from Javen Coleman in the 5th inning. The 0-1 for Money. Swing and a miss. Off-speed pitch, and way out in front was Johnson. Fooled on that one. It's 0-2. Money's 0-2 delivery. This low. Got away from Travinsky, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Two down, top of the 7th. Tigers up 8-7. Here's the 1-2 from Money. High chopper towards second. Thompson comes in, gloves it, throws to Jones in time for out number 3. How about the defense of this Fighting Tiger baseball team? 2 great plays by Jordan Thompson, and Alabama done. No runs, no hits, nobody on base. Time to stretch it out here at the box. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning. LSU leading 8-7. It'll be Morgan, Cruz, and White due up on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting a Teenager. Learning the lingo.
GOAT, G-O-A-T, acronym, stands for Greatest of All Time. As in, spaghetti sandwiches for dinner? They're my fave. Dad, you're the GOAT.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same. Visit adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
We always picture the SEC student athlete for their speed, their vertical, their agility. But it's time we picture them for more. For their campus voice, their community outreach, and for the simple fact that 20 years later, they're still someone's pride and joy. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
You took the first step and quit smoking, but even former smokers may still be at risk for lung cancer. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know about a new low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early. It takes only 60 seconds and could save your life. You took the first step, now take the next. Visit SaveByTheScan.org for a simple quiz to see if you're eligible and talk to your doctor about screening. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
Back to the action of LSU Fighting Tiger baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Tigers down early in this one. They battle back. They now lead 8-7 here in the bottom of the 7th. Trey Morgan to lead it off, facing Alton Davis II. First pitch fouled back into the screen. It's 0-1. Morgan tonight 1 for 3. Lefty on lefty matchup. Fastball catches the outside corner. Morgan down in the count 0-2. The Tigers 8 runs, 5 hits, 1 error. Alabama 7 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors in tonight's game. The 0-2 missed inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tigers 6 of their 8 runs on 2 3-run bombs. Tommy Tanks and Hayden Travinsky. Here's the 1-2 to Morgan. Breaking ball short of the plate. That'll make it 2 balls, 2 strikes. Tigers have left just 2 men on base while Alabama has left 8. 2-2 to Morgan. There's a nice bender and a called strike 3. Morgan bailing out of the plate as that one comes in on the left-hander. And then a beautiful break by Davis across the plate to get the first out of the inning. Davis with his first strikeout of the night. Now we'll see Dylan Cruz. Cruz grounded out to the third baseman who started the game, Colby Shelton. Bryce Ebling now plays at third. Flight out to right field and then aboard on a walk. First pitch from Davis misses low. 1 ball, no strikes. Again, Cruz, 47 base on balls on the year. As the 1-0 again skips the dish. 2 balls, no strikes. And you got to wonder here if the hard-throwing left-hander with 1 out, nobody on, really wants to give him anything to work with. 2-0. Ground ball, chopper towards short. Takes a spin bounce. Jarvis with the throw to first, and it gets away from Williamson. Dylan Cruz will arrive safely at first base. Again, at the second hop, Doug, you could tell the ball spin. And Jarvis really had to concentrate on gloving it. It came at him quickly and then unloading as Cruz was speeding down the line, and Williamson couldn't come up with it.
Well, that's what the word speed. That speed creates pressure. You saw on the replay there, Jarvis almost looked like he was turning a double play. He got rid of that ball as quickly as he could, which is what made the throw go down low. That one's a fastball in the inside corner to Tommy White for a strike. But he knew Dylan Cruz could get down that line, and him rushing that throw is what put it in the dirt. And Dylan Cruz on base with what could be a big run.
The 0-1 ground ball to right field. Tommy White goes opposite field. Cruz trying to get to third. The throw behind the bag, and he'll slide in safely at third base. Bryce Ebling had to go behind third base on the throw from Pinckney, and Cruz with a headfirst slide is safe, and with 1 out, there are runners on the corners. And Tommy White, what does he not do with the bat?
Did you see the replay there? I mean, Tommy White almost took that out of the catcher's glove. He waited so late on it and hit that ball again to right field. Both of my older sons are here tonight, and I am hopeful, Chris, if they're watching every at-bat of Tommy White's tonight. That is now 4 straight times that he has reached base, and 3 of them are with hits.
Cade Beloso stands in, runners on the corners, 1 out, Tigers up 8-7. Davis throws a bunt by Beloso down the first base line. Williamson going to try to get Beloso. He'll apply the tag for the out, but coming in to score will be Dylan Cruz, and the Tigers extend their lead. It's now 9-7. So another squeeze play, second straight game. The Tigers have been able to do that, and Jay Johnson's been asked a number of times in his nearly 2 seasons here, why did you bunt more? And Cade Beloso, the DH, lays one down.
Yeah, more of like a safety squeeze there. Dylan Cruz came in with the head first slide, didn't need to slide as the play went to first base.
We'll see Jordan Thompson now with 2 down. The first pitch, a called strike on the inside corner. Tommy White down at second base. Alton Davis delivers the 0-1. Thompson swings and fouls it out of play right side. Falls behind 0-2. Thompson tonight 0 for 2. He was hit by a pitch in the second. Fly ball out to left field and a fly ball out to center field.
Actually, that one to left field was hit on the button. In my book, it says line drive out.
The 0-2. Missed low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Good eye by Thompson.
The 6 through 9 hitters tonight are 1 for 7.
2 outs, runner at second. The 1-2 pitch. Inside, maybe came out of the mitt of Temez as that one just missed Jordan.
Wow, I thought that hit the bat or hit his hands. How did he get out of the way there? No, it hit the knob of the bat.
Hit the knob of the bat.
They're calling it a ball.
Yeah, they moved it up. I don't know if the home plate umpire.
It's 1-2.
Yeah, it's 1-2 as Thompson drives one to right field, but coming in, Pinckney is going to make the grab for out number 3. But the Tigers extend their lead. 1 run on 2 hits. They leave 1 man on. It's now 9-7 LSU. We head now to the top of the 8th inning here in Game 2. Back after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Southern Air Heating and Cooling is proud to be an official sponsor of LSU Athletics. Their team of AC professionals have been serving the comfort needs of the people of Louisiana for over 25 years. Much like the fans of the Tigers, our commitment to Tiger athletics and providing great service remains as strong as ever. Southern Air Heating and Cooling. Go Tigers! Baton Rouge. Don't go to just settle for boring old frozen pizza for dinner. Head over to Fat Boys Pizza, where size matters. Come check out their large pies that measure 30 inches across, but the number scarcely does it justice. When you see their 30-inch pie, your whole world got smaller, and your idea of pizza got bigger. From delicious pizza choices, chicken wings, garlic knots, and so much more, stop by Fat Boys Pizza, located on Nicholson Drive in Baton Rouge, or visit them online at eatfatboyspizza.com. NIL is dominating the college sports scene, and LSU has positioned itself at the front of the pack. But to remain competitive and stay ahead of the rest, we need your support. Bayou Traditions is the official NIL collective of LSU Athletics. Join the tradition and become a member by signing up online at BayouTraditionsCollective.com. Members receive exclusive access to LSU student athletes that you can't get anywhere else. Help ensure LSU remains a leader in the NIL arena. Sign up today at BayouTraditionsCollective.com.
LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Heading now to the top of the 8th inning, LSU leading 9-7 over Alabama. Top of the order due up for the Crimson Tide. Jim Jarvis 2 for 3 tonight. He got things started with a solo home run in the first inning to give Alabama a 1-0 lead. They eventually would play 2 in the top of the first. Tigers made it a 2-1 game after 2 innings, but a 4-run third inning for Alabama extended their lead 6-1. Tigers made it 6-4 at the end of 3, 7-4 Alabama after 4, and then the Tigers plating 4 runs in the 6th inning, 1 more in the bottom of the 7th. As Nate Ackenhausen takes over on the mound, the left-hander delivers a first pitch called strike to Jarvis. It's 0-1. Lefty on lefty matchup here as Jarvis stands in. Ackenhausen gets the sign with 3 on the pitch clock. He will fire, and that one, oh boy, look good from here, but they'll say maybe a bit high. 1 ball, 1 strike to Jarvis. Ackenhausen, the 1-1 pitch. Wow, that one looked good as well. Maybe a bit low, but it's now 2-1. Paxton Kling, by the way, takes over in right field for the Tigers defensively. Here's a breaking ball swing and a ground ball to second. Going to be picked up by Dugas. The throw to first in time, a 1 gone. And now Jay Johnson on his way out. Ackenhausen able to get Jarvis, the left-hander, with Seidel coming to the plate. It may have been situational here for Nate Ackenhausen as they will make a call to the bullpen. The Tigers will go to a right-hander here as Seidel, the right-hander, coming to the plate. Pitching change powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana. 9-7. LSU leads 1 away. Top of the 8th. Back after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Tiger fans, with awesome John Deere deals by Sunshine, you'll never strike out. Ask us about tractor packages with 0% financing available. When you're looking for excellent products to help you get the job done, look no further than Sunshine Quality Solutions. Learn more at sunequip.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer ends May 28, 2023.
Our Albertsons is making shopping and saving easier than ever. Just For You deals is now Albertsons For You. It's everything you love about Just For You with all new perks. Get rewarded for just being you, including personalized deals, a free item every month, and even a treat on your birthday. With Albertsons For You, you earn points every time you shop and redeem them for discounts on groceries and more. Brand new Albertsons For You members receive $5 off their next $25 or more purchase just for signing up. Download the Albertsons app or simply update your existing mobile app to see your all-new, all-awesome perks. Albertsons. Fresh foods, local flavors. Support your LSU Tigers with Hancock Whitney, the official bank of LSU athletics. From game day to the offseason, Hancock Whitney LSU credit and debit cards are a big win for any Tiger fan. Want to get your paws on these cards? Well, apply online or visit HancockWhitney.com/LSU. Hancock Whitney Bank, member FDIC. All accounts subject to credit approval. Terms and conditions may apply.
The powerhouse of college baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
So Nate Ackenhausen started the top of the 8th inning, able to deliver the out on a ground out. Gavin Dugas to Jared Jones, and Coach Jay Johnson out there now going to hand the baseball over to freshman right-hander Gavin Guidry, the two-way player who, as Jay said a couple of weeks ago, based on the lineup they have for LSU and based on the injuries to the bullpen, Gavin Guidry going to be a pitcher here in 2023, and he's really been fantastic.
He really has. A great competitor, former bar buck, makes his 9th appearance of the year.
First pitch to Seidel. Going to be a called strike on the outside corner to make it 0-1.
And he is 2-0 with a save, and those 9 innings have counted. 6 hits, only 3 earned runs. He has 14 strikeouts and 6 walks.
The 0-1 from Guidry. Ground ball and a base hit left center field. Seidel will reach with a 1-out single. I thought that Gavin Guidry earned his stripes on the road at South Carolina in Game 2, when it was pretty much known the chance of playing a Game 3 would not happen. LSU had dropped the first game to the Gamecocks in Columbia, and Guidry called upon to finish that game in a tight one and went in and competed and got the job done. Gives up the single here, but again now we'll face the red hot Andrew Pinckney, who's just 1 for 4 tonight, but was 5 for 5 last night. Pitch low and inside, they'll say, for ball 1.
Wow, that was a great pitch. Got to be careful here.
Pinckney's one was a solo home run, his 2nd of the weekend to right field. 1-0. Low in the dirt. Travinsky can't find it. Lost it out of the mitt and then spun around, but that will allow Seidel to make his way to second base. So with 1 out, Alabama with a runner in scoring position. A lot of things tonight. As we mentioned, Alabama took the early lead, their first lead after trailing all night in Game 1. Tigers winning 8-6. Brad Bohannon, the Alabama coach, tossed from the game in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Here's another base hit. Pinckney drives this one to left field. Seidel going to be held up at 3rd as the throw coming in quickly from Morgan. But now runners on the corners. And a potential go-ahead run in Williamson coming to the plate here after back-to-back singles. Been a long night on the bus for Brad Bohannon, the head coach for Alabama, and his team has played well. He just haven't been able to see it in person. Now that's going to bring Jay Johnson out once again. So again, with the bullpen continuing to work for LSU, Gavin Guidry.
Yeah, you got Thatcher Hurd and Riley Cooper, and Williamson's a lefty. I would not be surprised if Jay Johnson went to Riley Cooper right here.
Yeah, I think that's probably the order of the day. And they will make the call to the bullpen. And it will be Riley Cooper with 1 out. Top of the 8th, LSU up 9-7. Alabama threatening. Runners 1st and 3rd. A pitching change powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana. Back after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
It's good to be able to make a change, to never feel stuck. That's why at Cox, we're making a change too. Now Cox Internet plans are flexible, so you can choose to just go with Internet, add TV tomorrow, or home automation down the line. It's easier than ever to get just what you want and nothing you don't. Flexible plans from Cox. Change anytime. No commitments, no penalties. See for yourself at cox.com/internet. Additional services can be added at then current regular rates. All services subject to residential customer service agreement and acceptable use policy. Restrictions apply.
Southern Air Heating and Cooling is proud to be an official sponsor of LSU Athletics. Their team of AC professionals have been serving the comfort needs of the people of Louisiana for over 25 years. Much like the fans of the Tigers, our commitment to Tiger athletics and providing great service remains as strong as ever. Southern Air Heating and Cooling. Go Tigers!
Hey, Tiger fans, don't miss out on the latest John Deere deals from Sunshine. Ask us about tractor packages with 0% financing available. From Alex Box Stadium to your own backyard, the grass is always greener behind the wheel of a John Deere. Learn more at sunnyquip.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer ends May 28, 2023.
LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
The last game going on this Saturday in Southeastern Conference play, and it's a 9-7 LSU lead over Alabama. Tigers trying to clinch the series after trailing early. Hayden Travinski so far leader in the clubhouse with a 3-run bomb to left field to give the Tigers an 8-7 lead. They would add one more in the bottom of the 7th inning. Now Riley Cooper takes over. Alabama runners first and third with just one out. And Drew Williamson, a dangerous hitter at the plate, as Cooper going to toss over to first to keep an eye on Andrew Pinckney. No doubt Pinckney again, tons of steals on the year for Alabama. They'll love to be able to get him to second base, so Cooper well aware of that. First pitch to Williamson, low and outside, ball one.
Yeah, Pinckney 5 of 6 on the year in the stolen base department, but we've seen his wheels, and the ball's going to come on the field. They're going to have to time out real quick.
And they will call time as
that one's on the infield dirt.
So they pick it up, get it back to the bullpen of LSU. 1-0, the count to Williamson. Williamson tonight 0 for 4. A couple of strikeouts, caught looking last time in the 6th. Cooper fires. And that's a strike at the knees. Fastball from the left-hander makes it 1-1.
Boy, do we need a 2-ball right now.
The left-hander up. They've got Jordan Thompson playing just left of the second base bag. As this pitch in the dirt got away from Travinski up the third base line, and that's going to allow Seidel to score, and that makes it a 1-run game, 9-8.
Yeah, Hayden just couldn't keep that one in front of him. He blocked it up, but it just bounced away too far. Almost looked like he may have got crossed up there.
Yeah, he changed the mitt location as if he was crossed up. 2 balls, 1 strike now to Williamson. Runner moving down to second, and Pinckney now. Here's a swing and a miss. Another fastball that Cooper gets by him. Evens the count 2-2. Cooper comes set. 2-2 pitch. Missed high for ball 3. Now a full count to Williamson. One-run game, 9-8 LSU leads. Runner in scoring position at second base with 1 out. Payoff delivery. Misses outside, ball 4. Didn't miss by much, but just off the plate. We'll put Williamson down at first. That does put the force play in effect here. But, you have to face Temez, the catcher.
Yeah, it puts the double play in order. And, boy, do we need one of those right now with 1 out. Seems like one of those innings that just the outs are tough to get. Thatcher Hurd seems to be ready to go down in the bullpen.
Jay Johnson now on his way out. With Temez coming to the plate, a right-hander.
It'll be Hurd. You can see him already walking this way. Now Bryce Collins will step in the spot Hurd was in as he waits to be called in, and they will make the call.
So another pitching change powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana. LSU now leading by a run, 9-8. Top of the 8th inning here at the box. Alabama with runners first and second. Just one out. Back after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Tiger fans, with awesome John Deere deals by Sunshine, you'll never strike out. Ask us about tractor packages with 0% financing available. When you're looking for excellent products to help you get the job done, look no further than Sunshine Quality Solutions. Learn more at sunequip.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer ends May 28, 2023.
It takes true grit to wake up every morning dedicated to a higher standard of work. At H&E Equipment Services, we're leveraging our national fleet of equipment with a local approach, working closely with customers to understand their needs and provide them reliability, fair prices, and the support of a first-class service team. We're an equipment company, run by equipment people. Where others stop, we continue. H&E Equipment Services, the higher standard in equipment rentals, sales, parts, and service.
Louisiana Lottery's Top 5 Hits. First up, hit $100. This game is loaded with $100 prizes. Next, climbing the chart is hit $200 with $200 prizes. Holding steady is hit $300 with lots of $300 prizes. A hard act to follow, hit $500 full of $500 prizes. And rocking its way to the top of the chart is hit $5,000 loaded with $5,000 prizes.
Spin your hit today and play the hit family of games from the lottery. Must be at least 21 to purchase.
Back to the action of LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
9-8 LSU leads. We're here in the top of the 8th inning. Alec Box Stadium, game 2 of this series. Alabama now with 1 run in on a pitch that got away from Hayden Travinski, allowed Tommy Seidel to score. So 1 run on 2 hits. They've got Pinckney at second base in scoring position. Williamson aboard on a walk. He's down at first, and now Thatcher Hurd takes over. Transfer from UCLA, hails out of Manhattan Beach, California. And he will face Dominic Temez, who's 1 for 2 on the night. A strikeout, a couple of walks, had a double to drive in a run back in the first inning. Hurd's first delivery down the pipe for a strike. It's 0-1. Fastball is there.
About 96 miles an hour from Hurd. 13th time out for Thatcher Hurd. Only the 5th out of the bullpen.
0-1 delivery. Just missed the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Thatcher this year's worked 30 2/3 innings, allowed 35 hits, 22 earned runs. He has 41 strikeouts and 25 walks.
The 1-1, swing and a miss, up and in. Temez went chasing. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Very good looking start here for Thatcher Hurd, hurling the heat for LSU.
One of the biggest pitches of the game.
Runners first and second, 1 out. The 1-2, swing and a miss. Temez down on strikes for the second time tonight. Big Super One Food strikeout for Thatcher Hurd to record the 2nd out of the inning.
Yeah, and that's why it was a big pitch. You've got to get to 2 outs in this inning immediately with runners at first and second in a 1-run game.
So we'll have a pinch hitter. Bryce Ebling came in at third base, but they'll not allow him to hit. We'll go with a pinch hitter here with 2 down in the top of the 8th inning.
Is this Lugo? Oh, Hodo. Will Hodo.
Yeah, Will Hodo.
They go with the left-hander to face the righty Hurd.
First pitch.
Watch out.
Down in the dirt. Travinski blocks it up. Runners stay put. First and second. Hodo last night came in to pinch hit late in the game, went 0 for 1. Strikeout victim. He'll try it again here with 2 down. Alabama trailing by a run, 9-8. Travinski sets up outside as Hurd delivers the 1-0. And that one missed maybe at the letters. Looked like a pretty good pitch. It's 2-0. 2-0 delivery from Hurd. That one outside, ball 3. Fastball missing there. Now 3-0 with runners first and second for Alabama. Odo, his 96th plate appearance, batting .295 on the year. Hurd's 3-0 pitch. In for a strike. Take was on. It's now 3-1. Odo batting .345 this season with 2 outs in the inning. .286 with runners in scoring position. As Hurd fires the 3-1 pitch. Hit in the air. Right field. Paxton Kling coming in to right center. He'll have it for out number 3. So the Tide put 1 run on the board on 2 hits. They leave 2 men on. The Tigers still lead 9-8. We head to the bottom of the 8th. It'll be Travinski, Kling, and Jones, 7, 8, and 9 on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Wake up and text. Text and eat. Text and meet up with a friend you haven't seen in forever.
Hi.
Oh, hey. Text and complain that they're on their phone the whole time. Text and listen to them complain that you're on your phone the whole time. Text and whatever. But when you get behind the wheel, give your phone to a passenger. Put it in the glove box. Just don't text and drive. Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
We always picture the SEC student athlete for their speed, their vertical, their agility. But it's time we picture them for more. For their campus voice, their community outreach, and for the simple fact that 20 years later, they're still someone's pride and joy. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
Hi, we're the Goo Goo Dolls. We're fortunate that our daughters have what they need to grow and learn. But that isn't the case for nearly 13 million kids in the U.S. that struggle with hunger.
Childhood hunger is a heartbreaking reality that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste and provides it to families and children in need.
You can help kids in need in your community by visiting feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Back to the action of LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Tigers leading 9-8 over Alabama. Here in game 2 of this 3-game set. Leading things off, Hayden Travinski, who had the 3-run blast to give the Tigers an 8-7 lead back in the 6th inning. Alton Davis, the second, continues his work on the mound. The hard-throwing left-hander misses the first offering. Here's the 1-0. That's a strike with a breaking ball. Make it 1 ball and 1 strike to Travinski, who is 1 for 3. Again, he's got 2 home runs on the year, and they've been big. The 1-1 misses low. 2-1 the count. Davis, 2-1 pitch. Big swing, but in on the hands. And Hayden comes up empty. 2-2.
Travinski's mustache is impressive. I mean, that thing is.
2-2 pitch. Breaking ball. Did not go around. They appeal to first. That will fill the count to Hayden. 3-2.
Checking this thing out?
Oh, yeah. Saw it last Sunday in Oxford.
I mean, that thing is, it's beautiful.
Payoff delivery and a foul ball bounces towards the third base dugout. Still 3-2 to Travinski.
I mean, it's just tall. It's you know, all mustache team.
Another payoff pitch. Missed outside, ball 4. Travinski will earn the walk. Leadoff man aboard for LSU, and I can't emphasize this enough, Doug. Brady Neal, the freshman, has played well. He's on the shelf with an injury. You've got Alex Milazzo, who you know what he can do behind the plate. He's been able to deliver at the plate. And now Hayden Travinski doing his job behind the plate and also now providing a spark offensively. It's
in case you're wondering, our listeners, if you can win a national championship with a 3-headed monster behind the plate, I'll let you know.
Paxton Kling, who checked into right field for Braden Jobert, will bat for the first time tonight. Paxton been battling a hamstring injury. Good to see him back out there. Milazzo, by the way, going to pinch run for Travinski. Talk about platooning behind the plate. He'll now run for Travinski, and here's a bunt by Kling, but it's fouled. ruled a foul ball as they'll throw down to second, but everybody will reset. Milazzo going to head back to first, and Kling will come back to the plate with a 1-1 count.
The year was 1997. Conan Horton, Clint Earnhardt, and a guy named Brad Cressy platooned for that team. They combined for almost 30 home runs and split it pretty evenly throughout the course of the year. That team did pretty well.
Kling again wanting to bunt, this time in front of the mound, picked up by Davis. He'll throw down to second. They'll get the lead runner in Milazzo for the first out of the inning. Kling will arrive safely at first on the fielder's choice. That one a little too hard off the bat, came right back to Davis right in front of the mound. He was able to take about 2 steps, pick it up and fire to second base and Jim Jarvis.
Yeah, I was hoping Milazzo would have been able to get a little bit better of a jump and they would take the bait and throw it to second, because no way they're going to double up Kling.
Jared Jones at the plate. Earned a walk last time in the 6th, swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
That was a healthy cut.
Very patient plate appearance last time in that 6th inning. This time he will drive one deep to left center field, and this one is gone. Jared Jones with home run number 13, and the Tigers get some more runs here in the bottom of the 8th. That will make it 11-8 Fighting Tigers as Jones.
Well, I didn't know he couldn't hit it well over the bleed. 364 feet, might have been one of the shortest home runs he's ever hit. But Jared Jones will not remember that. Neither will we. Neither will any of the Tiger faithful here tonight. That's just going to be remembered as a home run. His 13th of the season. Have a freshman year, Jared Jones.
Alton Davis II giving up his 3rd home run of the year. And the Bear jumped all over that one. That brings the Tigers to the top of the order, and Gavin Dugas.
Always good when your 9-hole hitter gets on base, but man, it's a great night when your 9-hole hitter hits one out of the ballpark. Wow.
First pitch to Gavin. He went around, tried to hold back, and it's 0-1.
I can't imagine this kid has given up many home runs this year. Let me see.
No, it's number 3.
Wow.
The 0-1. Hammered to the left center field gap. Going to get down. Giving chase is Rose. He will cut it off ahead of the track. The throw into second. And safe, sliding in. Foot first is Gavin Dugas with a 1-out double. That's going to be the 8th double of the year for the Tigers' second baseman.
Never for 1 second did Gavin Dugas think that he wasn't going to get a double on that play. He was hot out of the box. He never checked up around the bases. That was about as bang as it can be. A great throw from the center fielder and a great tag. But the hustle of Gavin Dugas is what earns him that double. We just saw the replay. They don't even need to go to Birmingham. I'll tell them from here, Gavin Dugas is safe.
So they will challenge it. But again, watching the replay.
That was a little strong. I didn't see a great replay.
Looked like his foot was in there before
Let me see.
Tag was slapped. But we go under review for the 2nd time tonight, presented by Acme Oyster House. And we will find out in a few minutes whether or not that is.
Definitely looks safe on the first full-speed replay.
Let's watch again.
This will be the one that lets us know Andy is
the right foot is safe.
I mean, how bang is that?
His foot hit the bag and the glove hit his knee.
All right, bang. You know, like that close. That was really good from Dugas. Love the hustle there. Love to see a hitter hit a ball like that. A questionable double. And
Call on the field has been confirmed. Runner is safe.
Yes, sir. Love that hustle from Gavin Dugas.
Gets a nice hand, deservedly so, from the faithful here at the box. 1 out. Tigers up 11-8 thanks to Jared Jones' 2-run homer to left center field. But the Tigers looking for more. To quote Jay Johnson, never enough runs in SEC play. Trey Morgan now stands at the plate. Trey 1 for 4 tonight. Alton Davis delivers. Ground ball towards short. Jarvis will handle it glove side, throw to first in time for out number 2. Dugas having to stay put at second base. So with 2 down, that'll bring Dylan Cruz to the plate. Cruz 1 for 3. Had a single in the 7th, came around to score. Got a board on a walk in the 6th inning and scored.
Yeah, he's hitless, but he has reached base twice and scored 2 runs.
Oh, they gave him the infield single in the 7th.
Oh, they did?
Yep.
I'm going to change my book, Chris. He hit it hard enough, that's for sure.
Yeah, it was deep in the hole at short. Jarvis could not get the throw to first in time. We got Jason Jackson again. We assume the acting head coach after Brad Bohannon was ejected in the bottom of the 2nd. Also the pitching coach out there to visit with Alton Davis, who again is the top end without question of this Alabama bullpen, but he has struggled tonight. He's given up 5 hits, 4 runs, all 4 earned, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts.
Alton Davis II, remember that name. That young man is going to do some big things in this league. You don't see left-handers throw it in there in the upper 90s very often. He had a rough night tonight, but he is a freshman, and we will hear some big things from him in the future.
No doubt about it. Pitching change for Alabama, powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana. Tigers lead 11-8, 2 down. Tigers have Dugas at second base, Dylan Cruz at the plate when we return on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Tiger fans, with awesome John Deere deals by Sunshine, you'll never strike out. Ask us about tractor packages with 0% financing available. When you're looking for excellent products to help you get the job done, look no further than Sunshine Quality Solutions. Learn more at sunequip.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer ends May 28, 2023.
Albertsons is making shopping and saving easier than ever. Just For You deals is now Albertsons For You. It's everything you love about Just For You with all new perks. Get rewarded for just being you, including personalized deals, a free item every month, and even a treat on your birthday. With Albertsons For You, you earn points every time you shop and redeem them for discounts on groceries and more. Brand new Albertsons For You members receive $5 off their next $25 or more purchase just for signing up. Download the Albertsons app or simply update your existing mobile app to see your all-new, all-awesome perks. Albertsons. Fresh foods, local flavors. Support your LSU Tigers with Hancock Whitney, the official bank of LSU athletics. From game day to the offseason, Hancock Whitney LSU credit and debit cards are a big win for any Tiger fan. Want to get your paws on these cards? Well, apply online or visit HancockWhitney.com/LSU. Hancock Whitney Bank, member FDIC. All accounts subject to credit approval. Terms and conditions may apply.
The powerhouse of college baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Tigers lead 11-8 here in the bottom of the 8th inning. 2 down. Runner at second base. Jake Leger takes over, a left-hander for Alabama. He'll face Dylan Cruz at the plate.
An inning and 2/3 on the year.
Pitch from Leger. Outside low, ball 1-0. Dylan, as we mentioned, 1 for 3 tonight. Got the infield single in the 7th inning. A board on a walk in the 6th. Scored both times.
I'm feeling it here, Chris. I'm feeling something.
The 1-0. That one misses low. Off speed from Leger, and it's 2-0. Tigers trailed until the bottom of the 6th inning. Hayden Travinsky, a 3-run bomb. Able to get the Tigers on top. 8-7. Now lead by 3, 11-8. Strike on the inside corner to Cruz makes it 2-1. Two outs, runner at second base. Leger fires. Swing by Cruz, fouls it off right side. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Tigers 2 runs on 2 hits here in the bottom of the 8th inning after Alabama made it, again, a close game, able to get a run in the top of the 8th to make it a 1-run game. Here's the 2-2. Cruz up the middle, base hit into center field. They'll go ahead and send Dugas. He will score without a throw, and the Tigers now lead 12-8. Dylan Cruz fired up, as he should be. RBI number 49 on the year. And with 2 outs, the Tigers pounce once again.
Yeah, he's fired up because you could see a little frustration on his face. with that second pitch that he fouled back over the screen. He wanted that one over again. You rarely see any expression when he's up to bat. It is the same locked-in grill the whole time. It never changes. And that was an excellent at-bat from the All-American Cruz.
So with 2 outs, Tommy White comes to the plate. Tommy 3 for 3 on the night. First pitch almost caught him. He dances out of the way and moves the kneecap away from that pitch from Leger, and it's 1 ball, no strikes.
Tommy White can't be much hotter than he is tonight.
Average up to 377 is the 1-0. Misses outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Aboard on a walk, scored in the second. 3-run homer in the third, his 15th jack of the year. Base hit and scored in the 6th, had a base hit in the 7th inning. 2-0 pitch. Loaded the bat, but stays away as the pitch misses high. 3 balls, no strikes.
That's such a veteran take. I mean, you're up there, you're dead red, you're green light all day. You get that pitch right above the belt. It looks like a meatball. What a great job of keeping back there.
3-0, big swing, just missed off speed from Leger, and it's 3-1. And Leger lucky that one was missed.
Massive, massive cut.
Cruz at first base, 2 outs, the 3-1. Nice pitch there by Leger, full Tommy White. Inside corner called strike.
Yeah, I'd like to rewind the tape there and let him do that one again. That was 85 miles an hour on the thighs, right down the middle.
So now 3-2. Leger, the left-hander, comes set. The pitch. Hit in the air, rocketed to center field. On the run, Rose able to get to it shy of the track for out number 3. But the Tigers plate 3 runs on 3 hits. They leave 1 man on. They now lead by 4 runs, 12-8. We head to the top of the 9th inning. Last chance for Alabama here on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Oh, man, I'm glad you're here. Sit down and visit with me, Mom. I'm making it all ready for supper with my family tonight. I can't wait to hug my grandbabies and pass a good time over some good food. Ooh, I better start my rice. You know, it seems like all the best meals start by cooking some rice. Cajun country rice, of course. It's what you gotta have when you're cooking with love. I pick it up down the street at the grocery store, and I can even buy it online at CajunCountryRice.com. Y'all stay and eat. There's plenty, yeah.
Hi, I'm Kevin Falk, LSU Hall of Famer. My years at LSU were amazing. I've always loved celebrating with my teammates, especially when someone was serving up some delicious Manda salsa. For a lot of Tiger fans, it's just not game day without Manda in the mix. Serving top quality sausage and original seasoning is Manda's strong side. But it's not Manda's flavor that's always got me running back for more. You get it? Running back for more. After 75 years, the flavor still says it all. Manda Fine Meats, the official smoke sauce of LSU Athletics.
Hey, Tiger fans 12 and younger, don't miss your chance to be a part of Mike's Kids Club. Presented by Shell, the exclusive kids club of LSU Athletics. Join Mike's Kids Club for only $25. Get the official Mike's Kids Club t-shirt, free admission to select LSU athletic events, and much, much more. To learn about upcoming events and to join, please visit LSUMKC.com. The Mike's Kids Club, presented by Shell.
The powerhouse of college baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Last night, LSU won Game 1 8-6. Had some trouble in the top of the 9th inning. Tonight in Game 2, they lead 12-8 as we start the top of the 9th. It'll be Caden Rose, the center fielder, who's 1 for 4 tonight. Thatcher Hurd delivers a first pitch called strike, and it's 0-1. To Rose. The 0-1 pitch, ground ball to third, backhanded nicely by Tommy White. The throw to first, dug out by Jared Jones. 1 down, 2 to go for the Fighting Tigers of LSU.
How about Jared Jones over there with the glove tonight at first base? That was an excellent play all the way around. And by the way, Thatcher Hurd, I don't know, you've seen him more than me this year. A little extra life on the fastball maybe?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Really looking strong tonight.
You got guys like that. Go ahead, Chris.
Jackson West now will stand in. Left-handed hitter. First pitch, just missed the inside corner. Wow, good pitch. It's 1-0.
You got guys like Thatcher Hurd and Hayden Travinsky, right? They're in that dugout. They've been with this team all year. They're starting to sense something special might happen. You got a feeling these guys are going to give it everything they've got to be in the mix here coming down the home stretch.
Strike on the outside corner from Hurd. Evens the count 1-1. Defensive changes for the Tigers. Ben Napolt takes over at second base. And again, Alex Milazzo, who came in to pinch run for Travinsky behind the plate. Here's the 1-1. Lifted in the air. Shallow left center field. Cruz coming in. He was placed perfectly in shallow center. Comes over, makes the grab. 2 down. 1 to go for the Fighting Tigers of LSU, who lead 12-8. We'll see Ed Johnson, who's 1 for 4 tonight, in the 9 spot for Alabama.
Time to get to your feet now. 1 more out.
Last night was a little bit of trouble for LSU. See if Thatcher Hurd can squelch that. First pitch, a called strike, and it's 0-1 to Johnson.
Best we've seen Hurd. Maybe an outing or two. He looked pretty close to this, but he looks great tonight.
The 0-1 in the air to right field. Paxton Kling waiting on it. He gloves it. Tigers win. Tigers win. Final 12-8. The Tigers clinch yet another SEC series here in 2023. Tigers move to 34-8, 14-5 in SEC play. For Alabama, they fall to 30-14, 9-11. Somewhat come from behind victory tonight. Tigers trailed until the bottom of the 6th inning. But the long ball, in effect, Hayden Travinsky gave the Tigers the lead. They built on it and go on to victory by a final of 12-8. Coming up, we'll recap tonight's game. Later, the Fighting Tiger 10th inning show presented by Women's Hospital. LSU a winner tonight. They